again, an efficient but drive by the first team offense. But we shall see. You don't feel like optimism has risen so far in the preseason. And again, probably the only smart tack to take, the one that is most realistic, is we'll see in September. I mean, who knows how the game Saturday night goes if you're playing a full game? Who knows? Anywho, if there was a way that golf, and maybe they don't need to, golf's niche in the sports world as it carries you through the summer, maybe you don't need week-to-week urgency as a golf fan. I don't think most of us tune in. That's like the bonus. If you're a big enough a golf fan that you're watching a midsummer event where, half of the top 15 is not even there or even more, there's you stay for the drama. I mean, it could be Potgieter against Campbell if they're in a playoff to watch how each handles those moments. But if you could get that urgency that doesn't show up until the playoffs, like one of the things I really enjoyed about last week, it wasn't just, who really the established players are. It's those battling to and things that we don't think of, like making the top 50 last week brought automatic entry into the signature events next year. It got you into the majors. It got you into some heady places that those that didn't crack the top 50 won't start with that advantage next year. And now it's down to 30, and the perks that will come with that, including a big payday no matter how you finish in the Tour Championship. So anyway, round one got underway yesterday, and it was old Bobby McIntyre. We would do post-game interview with him, but we can't understand a damn word he says. Is he Scottish? Or is he Welsh? If you know, you know. Anywho, it's McIntyre who goes 8 under par in round one. So he takes the lead early out of the gate, says they try and pare the 50 down to 30, and I will enjoy those who are just outside the 30 trying to get in there probably as much as I'll enjoy watching who wins. You just want anyone but Scheffler. Is that correct?
That is correct,
yeah,
sir.
You put a big sign up, a big billboard, anyone but Scheffler this week. If you can just dodge a first-place check by Scotty, then you should be okay. Major League Baseball pennant races continue last night. My man won't be happy today. It was another blown lead for his Mets squad. Off day, I think, for the Phillies. Again, not super engaged in the exactitude of the races, but Phillies lost. Okay, so a loss yesterday for the Phillies. I got some hand signals. So that would leave them, I guess, probably at 5 back, just talking about that particular game yesterday. And, we will see who can steady themselves after being punched in the face. And I know from following a baseball team that got punched in the face an awful lot in August and midway through September before at least finding the stamina to finish the fight. And there are a lot of teams that are wobbling right now. The Mets would be one. We've talked about the Dodgers and the Yankees and others. There's still a storyline to be written in Major League. One of these teams that's teetering, one of them, it could be the big brand teams. It could be one of the others. One of them will make a little magic. One of them will run to an LCS. We'll see who it'll be. Somehow the Brewers will give you that feel, even though they're best in the business. Let's take we're going to run an accurate break schedule. So let's take a quick break now. Let's come back with Cat and Kev. About bottom of the hour, 6:30, we got Johnny Wolford, an early Hicken arrival, all kinds of good stuff. What a Friday it is. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Trust him for all your commercial roll-off needs.
These are Big Mac.
Woo! It's Smash Mouth football, baby!
Tom McManus brings his big opinions to Jaguars Today.
Every Friday morning at 10 a.m. on 1010 XL.
Protected by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, or Beaver Mitsubishi in St. Augustine. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR you are dental.care.
XL Primetime is back weekdays noon to 2, and on Wednesdays, join Dr. George Bari at 1:20 for the latest in sports injuries from all the big names in the game. Make sure you catch Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime Wednesdays at 1:20 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
They were right. It could have waited. I can't believe it happened to me. Reaching to check my phone. Now my family has to hear that I'm never coming home again.
Officer?
I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
Every day, 9 people on Florida roadways don't make it home. I was one of the people that didn't make it home.
Ride with Do Not Disturb. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels. Circa Resort and Casino has 2 epic pro football contests, Circa Million and Circa Survivor. Circa Million, pick 5 games weekly against the spread for $1 million grand prize. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no spread. Last one standing wins $15 million. Enter at any Circa in Nevada, play anywhere. Sign up for either and get 50% off a 2-night stay. Helmets and Heels will be live from Circa in Vegas on August 22nd. Full contest details at circasports.com and the 1010XL homepage.
The Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns as the NASCAR Cup Series regular season finale. Answer this question for a chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400 August 23rd. Who won last year's Coke Zero Sugar 400? Text the driver's last name only to 641-1010. Who won last year's Coke Zero Sugar 400? Text the driver's last name only to 641-1010 for your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
All right, 6 o'clockers, let's go find them fish. Bring in Captain Kev this morning on the hotline. Kev, first, I want to give a little traffic update. Apparently, the Google Nation is calling in. We got a big backup, 95 South at World Golf Village, which sadly seems like it happens way too much one way or the other in that general area. So
yes, it does.
Yeah, if your normal travel plans this morning have you going 95 down through World Golf Village, time to fire up that Waze or Google Maps or whatever it is you use and probably find an alternate route, or at least keep up to date on that there. Not sure exactly what's caused it, but that's what we're hearing here. Early, what are we seeing if we put that boat in the water?
I'll tell you what, the first thing is that weather's going to be beautiful.
Okay. All right. That sounds like there's a butt coming.
Obviously I've been out of town for 2 weeks, and I did the forecast show last night and stayed on the phone yesterday all day just getting reports, and it's dismal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can say. Now, the inshore fishing has been fantastic. Red fishing and like talking to Captain Chip Wingo, he's had some really good days on tarpon fishing, and he's inshore fishing. He's fishing, like Nassau Sound, Mayport jetties, places like that. So, and I talked to him, because obviously this is the time of the year to tarpon fish, and I was like, have you been doing much on the bait pods, on the beach and stuff like that? And he said, Kevin, it's just been so slow on the beach. So I don't know what's going on. The only thing that I can think of, Jeff, is that thermocline just absolutely kicked our rear end this summer. It hung around and hung around. Even the guys that are trying to bend rods, they're
Sure.
going bottom fishing and stuff. They're having to go to 100 feet. So yeah. But I mean, the weather's going to be beautiful if. And I was supposed to have a charter today with Ring Power, but they backed out last minute. I was going to go fish the beach.
Yeah.
I was going to go catch me some pogies, and I still feel like that there's some fish there. But so many guys, especially beach fishing, and I get it. They'll go out there and fish for 30 minutes. They're like, you know what, we got to go do something else. So I still feel like there's some fish on the beach, but it's not on fire, buddy. That's for sure. But like I said, talking to Captain Leon and Captain Corey Sparks last night, they are having awesome days on redfish, which is completely the opposite of this time of year. The water temperature literally is 90 degrees, and they're still catching their limit of redfish and a bunch of fish that are oversized too. So
just back in the creeks, Kev?
No, they're not back in the creeks. That's a great question. Everything that they're talking about has been on the edge of the intercoastal.
Okay.
I mean, I think the water's so damn hot that those fish have come out of those creeks, and that's the reason that you're seeing these big schools up and down the edge of the intercoastal. Now,
so are you talking? Let me stop here. Are you talking about where the creeks meet the intercoastal, or where the intercoastal gets closer to the ocean?
Hang on just for a second.
Oh, look at that. Fish on.
So whenever you're talking about the edge of the intercoastal like that, it's just the deep drop offs.
Okay.
It's not so much the
geographic
the creek
location.
mouths themselves.
Yeah.
It's
where does the depth change?
It's exactly. But the biggest hint is there are a ton of shrimp in the intercoastal right now. So a lot of these guys are catching their own bait. So kind of match the hatch thing. But yeah,
okay.
I mean that's and again it's kind of weird. I mean I don't think about red fishing this time of year very much.
Right.
But if I was to go today, that's probably what I would go do or fish the beach.
The beauty and the bane of fishing too. It's not like I can say, all right, Kevin, what's got to happen for things to change? You don't know. I mean,
no, you don't know.
When it changes, it'll change.
I don't think talking about those guys and obviously doing the reports with you for 6, 7, 8 weeks now. I don't think the kingfish are going to show back up, Jeff.
Oh, is season over? Like tourney season over? Or there's still a couple left.
Yep. So yeah, King of the Beach was 2 weeks ago. So the tournaments are over. But there's still a lot of people that love to kingfish in August and September.
Yeah, that's just not my bag, man. If I was going out, if it's not in a tournament, I got to catch something I want to eat, man. That's just me.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. You sound like Loggeman. Yeah. Jeff,
okay.
Yeah, that's just not his thing.
That's just not my thing. Same thing with tarpon. I mean, it looks fun and it looks great. God, let me catch something I can take home and eat. Yeah, every time.
No, I get it. And you know what? That's inshore fishing. That's where we
sure.
go.
Surf fishing.
If you and I were going out on Monday or Tuesday,
okay,
I'd stay inshore.
Okay, what time? What time are we meeting again? What'd you say? What time, Monday or Tuesday? I hear you. All right, my man. Have a good time on the outdoor show.
By the way, very special guest tomorrow.
Oh.
This is going to be really cool.
Okay, what do we got?
I have my dad.
Okay, good start.
Who has written numerous books about Northeast Florida. And we also have Ford Riley coming in.
Okay.
So I don't know. Are you familiar with Ford?
I'm not.
No, you're not. Okay. So Ford is a very astounding painter for,
okay.
And look it up because I'm going to have the two of them in studio tomorrow. And it's going to be fun.
All right.
It's going to be a blast. So,
sounds good. Well, I know what I'm up and about on Saturday morning. It's what I'm listening to.
Yeah. Well, you'll dig this. These two old guys, they're going to talk about Northeast Florida and the history, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, cool. Sounds good. Thanks for the tip, and enjoy your show tomorrow morning, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, buddy.
All right,
See you.
there
Have a
he
great
goes.
weekend.
Yep, you too. There goes my man, Captain Kevin Favor. Fridays, cultivating friendships. Maybe a Tuesday charter. You still want to get out on one of those boats.
Yes, man.
Yeah. And thanks to your Coast Guard time, if something should happen and you go overboard, you would know what to do.
Saving lives, baby.
You'd be saving your own. Is what you'd be doing. I hesitate to say this lest he hear me and actually want to weigh in, but where's the cat when you actually need him? Did you see the ex-Nuggets mascot is suing the team for wrongful termination?
What?
Yeah.
He wasn't making all that money.
Wasn't he at one point the highest paid?
Yeah. Something like that.
He's Rocky. Anyway, Drake Solomon is the actual human being, but he's suited up as Rocky for 3 years. He's filed a lawsuit. He sustained a hip injury. He claims they fired him because of the hip injury. He was injured during the 22-23 season. These are questions for Doc Murphy. Some of these, assignments here. Avascular necrosis diagnosis. Sure. Underwent surgery to treat the death of bone tissue caused by like a blood supply, required a hip replacement. Can you do Rocky things if you're laid up with a hip replacement?
No, because Rocky be getting busy.
This sounds more like an injury settlement. If it did come, it wasn't high enough. And if it didn't come, why didn't it? That's probably what Rocky is thinking there. Another sign of just what the state of the Jaguars offensive line has been the last few years. Brandon Sheriff announced his retirement yesterday officially. If you went today before the announcement came and you looked at the top remaining free agents, he would have still been listed on there and by now filtered into probably even the top 20, top 25. Man, he was a warrior. That guy played hurt a lot, it felt like. Both in Washington and here in Jacksonville. Former number 5 overall pick. Jags went a different direction in the interior of that line. 5-time Pro Bowler, not here though. Again, as often happens in free, and not that Brandon Sheriff wasn't a solid player, but what often happens in free agents, you pay him for all those Pro Bowls he had as a youngster. And unfortunately, in this case, the Jags didn't get any of those Pro Bowls in return. Let's talk to Johnny Wolford, hometown kid. When we come back on the other side, get an early Hicken arrival as well. It's a GFL Friday. You are listening to The Drill. We're live inside the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The jungle is a dangerous place for Colts, Texans, and Titans.
And the Jags are going to win. The Jags are going to win.
1010 XL. Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
To get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Prize, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce and tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, munchkin cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
21 locations in the area. Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it. However you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
For over 55 years, Green Acres Sporting Goods has proudly served Jacksonville from the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard. From archery to hunting and fishing, they've got the gear, service, and know-how to get you outdoor ready. Stop by their full-service archery pro shop and check out their wide selection of firearms. And while you're there, sign up for their weekly concealed weapon classes. You can find it all at greenacressporting.com.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece.
All right. Surprise, surprise. Look what the cat drug it. It's been wandering the streets since the Mets lost.
Yes. Yeah.
Aimless.
We got our buddy Johnny Wolford is going to join us, talk a little
fresher than a cup of coffee,
football, and a little Jaguars, and a little everything. He joins us now. Checkmate Coatings Hotline. Johnny, how are you? You got him?
Hello?
Oh, there he is. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, guys. How you
Morning,
doing?
John.
How are
Good.
you?
Doing
How are
awesome.
you? Why are you up so early, Johnny? I mean, this is crazy. We going right to work?
This is the NFL. We work hard in the NFL.
Hey, Johnny, who did people call you Johnny Boy throughout your while you were growing up?
No, it just depended. I think when I was younger, there was more Johnny, and then as I got older, it transitioned to John. But I respond to both, and I don't even clock it, honestly.
It's hard. Us, it's Johnny.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, like my kids are your age, Johnny. John, y'all played against each other in Pop Warner. In fact, you'll always be a footnote in one of my boys' lives. Because everyone has this story. Everyone has, and they played y'all in a Pop Warner game, or whatever what they call it around here. And one of them came off the edge, and he got a sack of Johnny Wolford in the game.
Oh yeah,
So
how about that, John?
John won't remember that, a lick his whole life, but it'll be told many times. You'll see.
This is a great story about the Wolfords, Johnny and Bobby, and Dr. Bob, their pops.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys.
Tell people who his uncle is.
Will Wolford,
all-pro lineman.
But when they were young, and I mean young, Johnny, when did you put the pads on for the first time?
I think it was 4. It may have been 5. I know my dad stuck me on illegal. I think you weren't allowed to play at 4, but I think there was he forged some birth certificate paper and I was out there like a bobblehead.
What I loved about your pops was the legendary Wolford workouts. Do you remember? He would invite like Drew or whoever. Say, hey, come work out. We're doing stadiums or jumping rope, or you and Bobby would just get after it though. When you guys were little kids, it was classic stuff.
Yeah, it was a little bit. What's the guy's name? Todd Marinovich-esque, but not only to that.
Not quite
extent,
there.
Marv Marinovich,
Yeah, very nice.
There was love.
Yeah, it was definitely love.
No McDonald's until you were 20, the whole thing?
Yeah. We would jump rope. We weren't allowed to do anything until we finished 20 minutes of jump rope. I remember doing that when I was 6 or 7.
And what about eating? Were you allowed to eat fast food at least?
No, he wanted us to gain weight. So and when you're that young, we were working out as much as we were working out with all the sports we were doing.
Yeah.
Now, how did you become a quarterback? Right? I know you pitched at Jack's Beach too a little bit when you were real little. But how did you become? Were you destined? Did you want to play quarterback? Because your brother didn't. So how did that come about?
I don't know. Honestly, it's a good question. I think I just picked up the ball and it's spun naturally. And then I think when I want to say 7, I started playing it in Pop Warner, and then just from there I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And the rest was history.
Yeah. Johnny Wolford is our guest here on The Drill, and it's a great story, though. I mean, listen, you've accomplished a lot. I mean, we'll talk about Wake Forest and Kenny in just a second, but just to get to the National Football League, and now you've been around and fighting for roster spots and doing your thing and being an NFL quarterback. I mean, it had to be a dream of yours, but did you imagine that happening? Because didn't you take a job out of football, or did you not do that? Did you go full football coming out of Wake? Because I know you were undrafted, and then I think the Jets signed you at first.
Yeah. So I had a job at Barclays in investment banking, and I got that my junior year of college because I was pretty mediocre my first 3 years at Wake Forest. And my senior year, I played really well. So the NFL became more viable, at least as a long shot undrafted free agent. Barclays let me defer my offer, was signed by the Jets, played in the AAF, which is now defunct, kind of like the UFL.
Right.
And then the Rams signed me, and I've been able to stick around. This is, including that Jets year, this is year 8. So it's been a pretty wild ride, and I learned a lot and enjoyed it all.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and by the way, he downplayed his senior year at Wake. He threw 29 touchdowns, had just 9 picks, had a great senior season. And Bishop Kenny, I would assume people is the Clay game the one that people still ask you about, the 74-73 game?
That's the one that stands out to me.
I mean, is that if you're bopping around Jacksonville and people see you, they come up and say, "I played against you. I was at Clay," or "I was," is that the game they talk about, or are there others as well?
No, that's the one. Yeah. That's the most memorable one for most people, which makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even want to.
Did you now? For most people, this would seem a silly, obvious question, but you could have family ties that make this maybe not an obvious question. Did you grow up a Jaguars fan?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
So when you learn that your next try is going to be in Jacksonville, your next stop is going to be in Jacksonville. I hate the old sportscaster question. How did that feel? But it had to be at least a little bit different than signing with the Rams and signing with other places you've been.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I as I've aged, I'm not I never was a diehard fan at any given moment, even for colleges or teams. I have an affinity for the team I grew up with, and so I think there was a little bit more to it. I was also just mostly excited to be closer to family.
Right.
And so that was the main reason for my
excitement. Got any jump rope exercises scheduled today? Bob putting you on any workouts today? No?
I'm going to go hang out with my dad later, and I'm not allowed to talk to him until I get 20 minutes to jump rope in the garage. So,
what's your brother up to?
He works at a hedge fund in New York, and he's doing really, really well. So he's got 2 kids now, 3rd on the way.
Give us
Bobby, by the way, was a heck of a football player. He went to Boston College and more of a linebacker. The great Bobby was the one in Pop Warner's. Drew was in between them. I think it was a 2 years difference between you and Bobby, 2 grades.
Correct.
Yes. And so they would Bobby was a thumper, man. And I honestly, Johnny, I remember this story. I shouldn't tell it out of turn, but I think I've already told it on the radio before anyway.
Sounds like you. On brand.
I remember Bobby, I don't know if he had a concussion, but he was a little wobbly, but Dr. Bob was not happy about him not being in the game, so he went back in.
Thank you, Marv.
Oh, God.
I'm talking about 9, 10, 11 years old.
Different era.
Different
no
times.
such thing as those.
Oh, it was great. It was so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The dirt on it.
Give us we're talking with John Wolford, BK, Wake Forest. Recently with the Rams, take us a peek inside this playbook. Tell me about the Rams. Is there a Rams vibe there with all, Cohen spending time there before Tampa, Gladstone coming from there? They've kind of trying to speak the Rams model into existence when it comes to the actual playbook itself. And then as an offshoot, and I know it's way too soon. You haven't spent a lot of time here, but if you could compare, say, Matthew Stafford and Trevor and their the similarities and maybe differences at this point as Trevor continues to grow. You got a homework assignment.
Yeah.
You want some more questions or two enough for one? Okay.
Right. Yeah. No. Regarding the playbook, a lot of the same lineage. Liam was in L.A. with Sean. I was with Liam in L.A. too, and then Liam was also in Tampa, and I was with him in Tampa.
Okay. Good.
And so a lot of crossover, a lot of what the beauty about the playbook is that you're really trying to just get into good plays every time. You don't necessarily come to the line of scrimmage with just one play called every time. You have multiple play calls, and then you're trying to assess what the defense is, and then you want to make sure you're in the right play for the right defense, and that just leads to better probabilistic outcomes over the course of 60 plays, which leads to more yards and more points. Beyond that, I think you just got a good feel as a play caller when to call a screen, when to call a play action shot, how to get a quarterback in a rhythm, and he played in college, so I think there's just a little bit of an innate feel because of that. Those are two things just on that front that are probably worth earmarking. And then regarding Trevor and Matthew comparison, it's always hard to compare people.
Sure.
I don't love doing the comparison game, but I would say that they're both very, very intelligent. I've been extremely impressed with both Matthew and Trevor's intelligence. How quickly Trevor's picked up the playbook is pretty insane. Arm talent is is through the roof. And then they're just really good people. I have a lot of respect for how they handle themselves, how they work. Trevor now has a baby, but Matthew has 4, and I have the utmost respect for how these two individuals work. So I enjoy going to work every day, and I think there's a lot of similarities on those fronts.
A couple more questions with John Wolford. We'll let him run. Coach Cohen, Liam told us he would call his offense complicated. So you said you were surprised how fast Trevor picked up the playbook. Does it seem that way to you too? So you come to the line of scrimmage, you have options to change to, et cetera. Like, take us through a little bit of what a quarterback is thinking with Liam Cohen's offense.
Yeah. So maybe a simple example. You break the huddle. There's 2 play calls. One's great versus zone. One's great versus man.
Okay.
Everyone knows the 2 plays that are called in the huddle. It's this long call that's said. You get up to the line of scrimmage, and then, via a variety of different mechanisms, we're able to try and figure out if it's man or zone. And then you run the man play versus man and the zone play versus zone, right? And then if you just had, a lot of offenses, they just call one play and you go to the line of scrimmage. And they just have a play that's just kind of general purpose. And I think the end result is maybe you're trying to force something that doesn't have as high of a probability outcome of success. And so I just think you stack that over the course of a game. It's just more mental work for the quarterback.
Right.
But you just get more people schemed open, and I just think you just have more success. That's the kind of an example. If that makes sense.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. All right, so another preseason game. I guess we'll find out, and you'll find out what the plan is. Last week you had a good week. Drove the team down, got a touchdown. So where are you at with how you've been performing? Tell me about your training camp before we let you run.
Yeah. I think it's arguably the best training camp of my career. So I haven't turned the ball over once. Really high completion percentage, made some plays down the field. So feel good about where I'm at. But as you know, NFL not for long. So you just have to fly them up at 6:00.
Man, we're proud of you, man. Congratulations on all your success, and my best to your family, and continue getting after it, Johnny, and we'll talk to you soon. All right.
Thank you, John.
All right. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Dan.
All right. There he goes, Johnny Wolford. Great kid, great young man, great family. And,
I just
proud of him.
Morning of, and we pride ourselves here on the drill of just being of the moment. We don't give you traffic on the 8s. Okay, but if something big's happening out there, we give you the heads up. There's a semi truck wreck down at World Golf Village.
Oh, boy.
And it is a nightmare. So everyone is saying avoid capital letters at all costs. Let's see. I-95 southbound between World Golf Village and State Road 16 is completely shut down now. So hopefully you're not finding this out too late. I think at this stage they're actually diverting you, which is just going to create bottlenecks up and down and not a great way to start your Friday. But you know what the bonus is, Hick? Get a little extra time with us this morning. And you, apparently your alarm, what happened? Daylight savings hit you or something?
Yeah.
Just who knows what happened with that.
Thrown.
All right. Well, we do a little thing here in the 6 o'clock hour called the Football Fix.
I'm not a part of it.
So we're going to come back on the other side and with or without you.
Yeah, I may take the next segment off.
That's fine.
May head out for breakfast.
Sure. Just bring me back something.
Yeah.
In fact, why don't we send you out for breakfast and I'll do the Football Fix. All right. All your Friday faves are coming up. It's a GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Eric Fetty on the mound today for the Atlanta Braves, plus 101 against Joey Cantillo of the Guardians, minus 123. 9 under at Progressive Field. It's the Rays, plus 108 of the Giants, minus 132. 8 under the total at Oracle Park. PGA Tour BMW Championship. Robert McIntyre, first-round leader at 8 under. He's 4-1 to win it. Tommy Fleetwood, 3 shots back at 5 under par. He's 6-1. Scotty Scheffler, 4 under, remains the favorite at plus 130. Preseason football tomorrow. Buccaneers laying 2.5 at the Steelers. The Jaguars on Sunday, 3.5-point favorites at the Saints.
I'm Matt Pauley. This has been your action update on 1010XL.
If your house feels like a Florida swamp and your thermostat's just throwing out suggestions, then it's time to call Duck Duck Air Conditioning.
They showed up fast, fixed it right, and even cleaned up after. My house is finally chilled, and so am I.
Whether your AC needs a quick fix, a full replacement, or just a little TLC, Duck Duck Air Conditioning has got you covered with fast and honest service. Call 904-862-6769 to get your cool back, or online at duckduckac.com. When your AC is stuck, call the Duck.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
The best game day parking in all of Duval is at Tailgaters Parking. Are you ready for some football? Tailgaters is just steps away on the east side of the stadium. Visit tailgatorsparking.com and secure your season parking pass today.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season finally upon us, and with that comes cooler weather. If you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business, so give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer. player.
This is Hayes Carlion for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding. So easy to use, depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. I also go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Leonard Skinner is coming home, and they're bringing the Stars and Stripes. Celebrate Southern rock and American pride with Leonard Skinner Rocks the Red, White, and Blue. It's a special night to support St. Michael's soldiers and the brave men and women of our armed forces.
Singing songs about Southwest.
Saturday, November 8th at Daly's Place. Tickets on sale now, only at Ticketmaster. Daly'sPlace.com for details. Be there when Skinner rocks for those who serve.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Absolutely, I think so, but I think at the same time you recognize that over the course of the year, it's very rare nowadays for the 5 same stars to play every single play for an entire season. So this work to get guys working with each other that might not always work together on week 1 or week 2 is invaluable to have right now.
Yeah. That's offensive coordinator Grant Udinsky. He was asked, do you want to get the 5-0 lineman solidified at some point? And that's a 2-second answer. Yes. Obviously, things can happen and depth can be affected and guys get injured and you want to see what you got. But no, it feels more like in Welcome Back Gang here on a GFL Friday. Did Hicken go to breakfast or is he here? Oh, he's there. Doesn't it feel like they haven't established the best 5? Do you think they do you think they know who their 5 are right now?
No.
I don't either. So I the reason for that, we'll see. Is that because because they're deciding between the better of 2 guys or the better of 2 evils, so to speak, in a way. So,
well, it's interesting, and they're moving guys around, and it is actually the subject, and I'll throw it out early, our Dreamfinders Home question of the day, because I don't think it's solidified either. So, Dreamfinders Home's the official home builder of the Jags, the Gators, and the PGA Tour. Who will be the Jags starting right tackle in 2025? And I gave you 4 choices, guys who have gone in and taken snaps there: Anton Harrison, Wyatt Milam, Patrick McCarry, or Chuma Udoga. And, Harrison is the overwhelming leader, but I don't know that that's solidified. I don't know where, same might be said on the left side and inside. And so, and I don't mind them working through it. Again, we have, this is the second preseason game. Next week, you got practice and a third preseason game. Then you have 2 weeks until the regular season kicks. So there's still plenty of time. That's why it's good that Mason Smith gets back. You shouldn't panic about Eric Armstead, but it'd be nice to have him. You start wondering if it's a long-term injury. But in terms of sorting out the offensive line, you definitely want to get the 5 best, and you want them to compete. You want them to earn it.
Yeah. It feels like that. The reason it's not established because that's in play. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. It feels like the reason he doesn't say we have 5 as well. McCarry's out and Udoga steps in, he does great, or So I don't know, and you get, it's hard to know what they say publicly and what they really mean. Like there has been insinuations from the camp that they're relatively happy with Little and Harrison. So it just depends on what day and who's saying what and who's reporting what and who you're hearing it from. I'd like my tackles to not be in question. That's for sure.
Right.
It's it. So has Milam actually shifted out some now? He's not working exclusively at guard. I know he has the ability to play tackle.
I know he's taking some snaps out there. So.
Again,
I don't think he'll be the starting.
And I wonder why, Hick. Like, I wonder why in college you can be a tackle, then the stat just will forever be stamped on my brain. There were like 4 or 5 first-round picks that Milam played against in college. None of them had a sack against him when he was playing tackle for West Virginia. Does that mean anything? I wonder what the difference is. It's not a question for you. I'm not saying they're playing. They're making their own move. It's just strange to me that what is that? That'd be a question for Tony, even privately. Like, why are you such a good tackle, but I
guess it's footwork and speed, and it's a different game. It's not. It's like going from.
Still Abdul Carter though. That was coming at you.
Yeah, but why am I hitting 360 in AAA and I can't bust a grape in the bigs, and I'm hitting off pitchers who are now having success in the major leagues.
Okay.
I guess. I mean,
I got you.
I would think it'd be something along those
All
lines.
right, fire up the band. We got a football fix. It's brought to you this morning by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. No fix for you when you have a fender bender or hopefully nothing worse. Mandy and her team, a dream team on your side. It's Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. And a home course, the Jewington Creek Golf Club. I'll see you there. I guess it's good news off the police blotter for the Browns. First, Quinshon Judkins, we learned, won't face charges for that July arrest on a domestic violence issue. So we'll see if the NFL ultimately judges something. More on that ability coming up here in a second. But I would think it would clear the path for Judkins there in Cleveland in a backfield that does not have a standout guy, and he was drafted to be that guy. So we shall see.
Sounded to me like charges were dropped by,
Yeah. Maybe that's the cash.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Isaiah Bond learns that he won't be charged in a sexual assault case, so naturally the Browns quickly snatched him up. Matthew Stafford going to work out with the Rams on Saturday. He's dealing with a degenerative disc in his back, and I think it's one of those deals, Hick, where, man, I'm dealing with a bulky back right now, worst I've ever had in my life. And I think it's just a matter of, like, what day it is, man, what time it is, what movement hurts you. You know, as an athlete at age 30-something, his back's probably like the rest of us 50-somethings who just never did it like he did. I mean, that's a lot of shots you take. A ton of shots. But anyway, Brandon Sheriff has retired. Kind of shows you where our starting lot has been the last couple of years in the interior of the line. If you're looking at stuff rate, we had a guy leave and nary an offer, or at least not one that was taken. All right, back to that regulatory power of the NFL. They've scheduled now a disciplinary hearing for the Chiefs' Rashee Rice, and it won't be until September 30th. So the Chiefs will get 2 or 3 games under their belt, and then I would suspect in some form or fashion a ban will come down on Rashee Rice. We've talked a lot about it. There seems to be this feeling that Patrick Mahomes is going to unleash, and if Rashee Rice is in the lineup, that unleashing becomes a much bigger possibility. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. All right, we turn to the 7 o'clock hour. We'll have...
I'd like you to promote the Hicken Arrival.
Well, the Hicken Arrival already happened. It's already been promoted. With great fanfare and a Friday song, we'll return. You're listening to The Drill. 1010XL. We're live inside the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Terrible wreck down I-95 South at World Golf Village. Between there and 16, avoid at all costs. We are being told. Back with more next.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The race is on.
Closing the gap.
Saturday at Richmond.
Fighting for every point.
NASCAR is tuned up by Maxie's Mechanics on Jacksonville's high-performance NASCAR station, 1010XL.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
In late July, Florida's unforgiving heat beats down on the practice field. Every time something you need to know happens at training camp, you'll hear about it on 1010XL. Covered by Green Acres Sporting Goods and Roland Reach Plumbing.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic, semaglutide injection 0.5 milligrams.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins. Fighting for your rights since 1975.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. And if your dream is to create that space where you're living large in your backyard, then you need to get with the good people at CSS. They put a gas log in our fireplace, an awesome fire pit out back where the kids can toast s'mores and we can just hang out and watch the game. It's all part of your outdoor living experience with CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars. Make them your AC partner. With honest cost estimates before they start the work with no hidden fees. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Jag QB Trevor Lawrence expects to see playing time against the Saints.
Yeah, I expect to play. I mean, that's the kind of the mindset in the preseason.
Canton Call and Jag kicker Cam Little is sending his game-worn jersey and cleats from the team's preseason opener to the Pro Football Hall of Fame after the made 70-yard field goal attempt. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Oh, you know it! Sweet Friday! I need a little emotion, please.
Okay.
Hey! Ho! Hey, ho!
Oh.
Rapid Friday. We're driving on the highway, cruising so fast, I want time to fly.
Yeah.
Fun, think about it.
Fun.
Know what it is. I got this, you got this.
Let's kick it.
By my right. Hey, I got this,
Let's kick
you
it.
got this. Now you
Come on, you're stuck in traffic.
kicking in the front.
Yeah.
Get out and dance.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
Oh, yeah.
How about one more time?
Run it back.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Football Friday.
Football Friday.
Everybody's looking
Welcome back.
forward to
Good to
the
be here.
weekend. Party.
Good stuff happening throughout the day on the drill. Talk to Johnny Wolford. Fighting for a backup quarterback spot with the Jags. We'll see how that works out for old Johnny boy. Bishop Kenny product. Grew up right here in Jacksonville.
Great family, the Wolfords, and good folks. So happy to have him on the program and talking some ball with him.
I got this for you on John. How quickly we forget.
Mm-hmm.
So, Johnny bounced a bit to finally get a crack in the league, and he started on the Rams practice squad. Ultimately, goes up to the roster, and then Jared Goff is injured week 16 in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean McVay confirms that Johnny Wolford would start the final game of the season against the Cardinals. So he went on to become the first quarterback to make his first start with a team during week 17 with a playoff berth on the line, since Kyle Orton had done it with the Cowboys some 8 years earlier. After throwing a pick on his first pass attempt, he turned it around, completed 22 of 38 for 231. He ran for 56 yards. The Rams won 18-7, clinched a playoff berth, and he became the first quarterback to pass for 200-plus and rush for 50-plus in an NFL debut.
Pretty good.
Right? Then he started for the Rams in the first playoff game against the Seahawks. He left in the first quarter with a neck injury.
Yeah.
That's right.
He got whacked.
Jamal Adams got him. Kind of a cheap shot.
E, what's up with that?
Come on, E.
Man.
Don't be like that.
Somebody your guy.
And he was also the primary backup on the Bengals Super Bowl team. So he got a Super Bowl ring with on the Rams in the game that they beat the Bengals. He got a Super Bowl ring from that. He was
That's right.
Matthew Stafford's backup for the entire year. So he's got a good perspective on this offense and quarterbacks who direct it, and so there's.
I wonder if he will ever. I should have asked him, and I didn't. And I don't know his plans, but I wonder if he will go back into the business sector, or if football's so in his blood that he turns to coaching or something alike. Because it wouldn't shock me. I know he's just been around it his whole life, and those guys love the game, man. So
probably. It could depend. I won't say probably. I don't know him well enough what's going to drive him or motivate him, but it might depend on how long. Listen, if you can, this is right now is a big time for Johnny to get in a spot and stay there for 5 or 6 years, because of that salary just keeps going. You can make you get to a point of your NFL career, if you can last, if you got staying power, where just the vet minimum you'd be making more money than just about any business venture you stepped out into. So if you have that financial, freedom, you can choose what if you want to coach, you can coach. If you don't, you don't have to.
Well, I had a late night call to my friend Lee Lockett last night.
Why? You got pulled?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe you got another
before you blow.
Thought maybe you got another one on the way home from work.
No. But
what are you up to? 8, 10 now?
I was talking to Lee, and we have decided, and I think he's going to proceed with this. It's sad, but it sounds like I'll be officially divorcing myself from the New York Metropolitans.
Oh, my boy. The first half of that sentence scared me.
It's been a long...
That's it? We're home wreckers? Is that what we ended up being? We've been dream crushers, now we're home wreckers?
It's been a long run.
You're a liar.
A lot of people don't do this through their golden years. We've been together for more than 50 years, okay? I would say probably 57 years, but I was thinking about it last night. And since the turn of the century, we've made the playoffs 5 times.
The century was a while ago?
The amount
Y2K?
The amount of hurt versus the amount of joy, they just don't add up. It's not worth it. I've loved and loved and loved, and I've been treated just so poorly. And so I've decided that, you know what, now's the time. So I don't really want anything. I just want them to let me go.
You're not asking for anything?
No, not asking for anything.
You don't need any alimony?
No.
You don't need any emotional support?
No, maybe a steak sandwich or two from Pat LaFrida's over there at City.
You're asking for that on the way out?
Yeah, that'd be nice. I enjoy those.
Okay.
But other than that, no, I
Now, you know what you're going to end up being?
What?
You're going to end up being Get Smart John. You'll remarry. He'll divorce him here on August, whatever today, 14th, 15th.
Shout out.
Talk to me next May when the Mets are 22-8.
Yeah.
Then we'll see. And we'll see if he doesn't come sniffing around again.
I hate him.
Now, are you leaving him for another, or are you just leaving him for celibacy?
No, I'm out. I'm single.
Leaving for celibacy?
Yeah, I'm staying. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Can you tell me why every time I get news out of Gainesville, it's somebody in a boot?
We like boots.
Like Caleb Banks in a boot now.
Yeah.
That's a
short-term one.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
You've done the
Don't
digging
worry.
on these?
Yeah. Short term for Banksy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want the first swamp session to just be going crazy because how do we score 20 against LIU? What just happened?
LIU.
We had a conversation earlier. I thought this was really interesting from the standpoint. I'll do this more as we've already talked to one local quarterback done good in Johnny Wolford. There's another one, obviously. The GOAT when it comes to locals done good is Tim Tebow.
Mm-hmm.
We talked earlier this week. Remember we were comparing like college quarterbacks, the best college quarterbacks, and it was Cam and Vince and Tim and a bunch of different ones, right?
Yeah.
Did y'all see that the AP All-American team named its I don't want to misspeak. I think it's all-time. Yeah, the all-time first team AP All-American team.
It's exciting.
Did you see the story?
I did. Well, I saw Tebow and Dion were on it.
Well, there you go. So the AP is saying,
Yeah.
in the history of college football,
Yeah.
Tim Tebow's the best quarterback ever.
Yeah.
That's what that says. Now, look, he's in that argument anyway. It was just funny to me that this came up just a few days after we were talking about it. And you can, although we were doing it maybe, was it season for us?
We
What
did
we
college
talked about?
career.
Oh, it was college career.
You know who he beat?
Yeah. Who beat?
Yeah.
Vince Young.
That's right. The guy.
In the AP voting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, this is just a voting of all the first team All-Americans in history. Since 1925, 2,000 guys have been named AP first team All-Americans.
Oh, and Tebow was the king of the hill?
And Tebow at quarterback of all the first team
Yeah.
All-American quarterbacks. Now, I will say this. There's going to be years you go back where the stud NFL quarterback wasn't a stud college quarterback.
Right.
He wasn't a first team All-American.
Right.
There's a lot of years where the first team All-American quarterback doesn't play in the NFL.
Yeah, there's no way you can do a one-time first team AP and not have. Are you kidding me? Where's so-and-so?
Right.
You know, I mean, these
Correct.
are great players, but like.
Are you looking at the list now?
Yeah. And then look, the two running backs, unbelievable. Barry Sanders and Herschel Walker. Great college running backs. Herschel was the best I ever saw, that's for sure.
I don't have a problem with the running back position. Again, there's greats that you're leaving off.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Kicker Sebastian Janikowski.
Yeah, then Noel's got a couple with Dion. Brock Bowers, real quickly, and I don't disagree. Man, you could tell that cat was different from his first game with the Dogs, right?
Yeah.
But this goes way back. Like your center is still Chuck Bednarik, who was a two-time first-team All-American.
Chuck Bednarik was a two-way player for in the NFL.
Eagles, right?
Mm-hmm. Knocked out Frank Gifford, stood over him.
No other Gators first or second team. I wonder if they did this 20 years ago if Wilbur Marshall wouldn't have still had enough staying power, because at one point you would see Wilbur on these kinds of lists.
They had Derek Thomas ahead of him. Dick Butkus and Chris Spielman are your three.
It's hard to argue, like you said, with any of these. Yet at the same time, it's easy to say, where is this guy? I think a guy who goes, although how you going to take, I don't know what Ronnie Lott did in college. See, those are some of these questions. Ronnie Lott is like, obviously an awesome safety.
He's one of those who's better known for.
Because I'll tell you who was pretty good at Florida was Reggie Nelson. That was an awful daggum safety.
Yeah, but
He made a lot
he
of
wasn't
different
of that
plays.
ilk.
He may not have been. Was he a first-team All-American? That's the ilk we're talking about.
He may have been.
Yeah.
But he
I'd put him in that category.
Ed Reed's the other safety. That's hard to.
Yeah, it's
complain about.
college and pro for Ed Reed. Who did Ed Reed? Miami was. They were on the ropes against like a Boston College or a Rutgers or someone, and Ed Reed had a big defensive play. I mean, do you remember that? He went like 90 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, it was Boston College.
Okay, yeah, saved the day.
Yeah, because like.
How do you remember that?
Oh, I was watching it. Like
Sure
one of the
you were.
linemen,
Saw
like
the
he sacked
highlight.
the ball and he was running, and Ed Reed came and got it from him and took it 90.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And it saved their bacon. There was a time there where Miami in the Big East and Florida State in the ACC was like a joke. It was like a cement paver ran through both conferences almost every year. So, not surprising. What do you make of what we hear and buzz around Jags camp? Good and bad yesterday is kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, they said the offense was terrible yesterday.
Yeah,
which is another bad day for them. They've had a couple of those, but
So what do y'all think that means for Sunday? Does that mean they need to play?
I think
do they sit out? Like,
I think they should
what are y'all
play.
thinking?
I think they should play. I think, you know what? Play.
Because they're not going to play on the final game.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah?
Because think about it. Maybe they're changing. they, being the NFL, their view of that final game, because there's such a lengthy period between. So, in other words, you play Sunday,
Yeah.
and then you're not going to play until September 7th.
Right.
And we know this, and they know this. It's a big first game.
Yeah.
I don't like the 2 weeks.
Well, that's what you got. So you got 2 weeks. So that would be 3 weeks if now.
The old way they would.
I guess they have one joint practice with the Dolphins, so they'll get in a lot of work there. But is that enough? I don't know. So I think I would say this: I think they should play more than they played last week. If they don't, then I would suspect that they would play the third week next week. That's what I would think. But I don't know. Every coach has their way.
That may be subject to any bumps and bruises that come out of those workouts with the Dolphins. Because
we're going to get to every coach has their way. For example, I've heard London week. The Jags are going early that week, and my first thought is, well, why? You've got to figure it out with the Thursday. Well, the coach is in charge. Coach wants to go early. He has his own opinions. I'm sure he'll explain them when we get to London week, and that's fine.
Yeah.
They also, I believe, have the bye coming out of the London week, which they normally don't the last couple years.
That's right.
So it's not as, oh, God, they're going to be, all off kilter when they get back. Yeah, they are, but it doesn't matter because they'll have a week.
And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but by my memory, it feels like the preseason used to end a week before the regular season. And then what they did, they gradually got to where all the last games were like Thursday night of that week. And
no,
so
it's been 2.
It's been 2 weeks between the end since we started.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm almost positive. Now, I am surprised that we've gotten off the Thursday, but maybe you're right. Maybe it was they played them all on Thursday. They had the weekend off,
days,
and then yeah. So maybe they've done that. Again, like I said, let's just get to the new calendar, which is going to be 18 regular season games and 2 preseason games, and let's chop a couple weeks off training camp and get this thing started. And I don't know if we should start it earlier or just play it later. I don't know because the NFL takes so long, but it's this training camp is way too long, in my opinion. I mean, from when they report in July to when they play in September. It's archaic. These dudes are ready to play football. They're not allowed to put on pads a whole lot anyway. So, they get their work in. They could get that work in literally 3 weeks. Now, maybe it'd be better, because of the summertime and the heat, maybe it'd be better to start later. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm to my point. My memory was closer because I just went back 10 years to pick a random year. 2014.
Yeah.
The preseason ended 8/28.
Okay.
And the regular season started 9/7. So it ended the Thursday before the Sunday before the opening week of Sunday. So,
I think Coughlin was one of the first guys.
Yeah, that pushed it back a day to get ready.
That started playing his last preseason game on Thursday to get a jump on everybody for the opener, which was kind of a smart thing. All right, let's take a break. Come back, do the 10-minute drill. A lot going on today. I'll mention the Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day. Again, real quick, brought to you by our friends at Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Listen, you can lock in to some great interest rates. Just go to dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dream Finders Danny sent you. And there are 15 different locations throughout Jacksonville.
15 of them things.
Yeah, to serve you. So we just want to know who the Jags starting right tackle will be. We asked that question, and we have almost 300 votes. Anton Harrison is the runaway leader, but there have been a lot of guys taking snaps at that position, so it will be interesting. I don't know that they're totally locked in.
Go with the
yet.
best one. Go with them again.
Totally
I don't care when they were drafted, how they were extended, what their cap number is. Go with the best 5. We can't afford not to. The line has really been subpar for years around here. One bit of news. All the lanes are back open on I-95 South, but there's still big backups. But as to the absolute lane closure, look, at this stage, you still want to find another way. If you're headed south, they had a big accident this morning down there on I-95 between World Golf Village and State Road 16. So, all right, we'll come back with the 10-minute drill. Sound good?
Sound good.
It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
I don't think people get as excited about the schedule release for the association, but that occurred, and when your lead is that Kevin Durant will go back to Phoenix for the first time as a member of the Houston Rockets on November 24th. That's doesn't exactly grab you. It's not like KD was a member of the Rockets his entire career. He's bounced around. So I think the interesting thing about the association is where you will be able to watch them as things change now as they begin their partnership with NBC and Amazon and ESPN and ABC and where you find the NBA. So I think that will be interesting. I think the Lakers and Mavericks meeting now will be interesting as well. But those are, and then the other thing you always look at are the Christmas Day schedule as well.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go the distance.
On 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at ITP Partners. You guys work hard for your money, man, and you want it to grow. And if you have extra money, of course, you want to invest. That's the key, man. You want to be able to enjoy your retirement one day. So listen, ITP Partners is the place to go, and I'll tell you why. Experience, expertise, knowledge, great folks. My money grows. I love it every month. I love going on my app and seeing how it's doing. I'm not obsessed, but I believe in my guys. I believe in Chris Bryant and Jeff Hartman. I believe in Reagan Wright and Dan Abel. I believe in Janice Cobb and Reed Wingate. And I'm grateful to them for what they've done for me, what they've done for my son, what they've done for my daughter now, what they've done for my friends, what they did for my mom way back when. That's why I've had a long-standing relationship with ITP Partners. I'm telling you, it's a great place to invest your money. They'll listen to you. They'll build strategies where your goals are the priority. Easy to get a hold of. Chris at itppartners.com or call 312-9751.
Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects? Or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now. It's Renewal by Anderson's Triple Savings Month. Get $300 off windows and $825 off patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires August 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
If you're playing fantasy football, you might want a little help. Get 1010XL's Fantasy Football Draft Guide with in-depth player bios and the top 32 rankings at every position. Get the guide at 1010XL.com and on all of the 1010XL social channels.
Jaguars football is officially back. Be there as number 2 overall draft pick Travis Hunter, quarterback Trevor Lawrence, and new head coach Liam Cohen take the field for the first time during the 2025 NFL regular season. Secure your seats for when the Jaguars take on the Panthers September 7th by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
Yo, E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks. Scratch kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
I'm with
Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. I always brag on what you guys have on-road and off-road. But, Greg, tell everybody about what's happening on the water, because you got loads of opportunity.
We do. We've got lots of boats in stock. We got the Honda 19-foot Fisher Runabout. We've got the Coach pontoons, all of them with that legendary Honda motor and legendary Honda reliability, which you always want when you're out on the water.
You could be cruising along the Intercoastal or out on the ocean, but check it out. Facebook page ready for all of you to see, Cycles of Jacksonville, or their showroom on Atlantic near Regency.
Hey, Hicken here. Tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bowden Eye & Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like EVO implantable Collamer lenses or refractive lens exchange and classic LASIK, designed to fit your life. Picture perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. It's easier than you think. Call now for your free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, they're keeping the First Coast focused.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
What's happening, folks? It's your main man, E.T. here. And if you're looking for some good food, outdoors fun, and plenty to do, well, my old stomping grounds to Clay County is the place to be. Check out Clay's diverse local restaurants. They have barbecue, seafood, and Latin restaurants that hit the spot. Outdoorsy? Well, paddle along scenic waterways, cast the line, or hit the trails. And the events, there are always something to do for you and the fam. Check out exploreclay.com to plan your next adventure. And when you do, make sure you hashtag ExploreClay on social.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it! Yeah! Yo! Sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, I like to hand out prize pack. He tells me it's razzle dazzle. What do you got today?
Oh, I got a pair of tickets to go check out some hardball.
Oh, I love hardball.
The Jumbo Shrimp are in action against the Norfolk Tide this week, and I got a pair of tickets. One lucky winner can win at the end of the 10-minute drill. Holla at your boy.
All right. I like that. They have there's a huge golf tournament going on this week.
Oh, yeah?
That doesn't involve the PGA Tour.
Eat to the tea time?
No, unless you're throwing one that I don't know about.
Nah.
All right. It's called the United States Amateur.
The Amateur.
The U.S. Am. And I mean, we have had some great winners. Tiger won it 3 years in a row. Okay. In 94, 5, and 6. And in fact, in 1994, he won it right here at Sawgrass at the stadium course. And in fact, I was thinking about this, and you would probably know the answer to this. I think it might be the only time Tiger Woods ever won a tournament where he wasn't wearing a red shirt. Because remember, he had that pink and white, striped shirt on when he won that one. He made that nice putt on 17. His approach was right of the hole, really close to going in the water. It didn't. He came up and knocked in the putt, and he won. I was looking up who he beat. He beat Trip Keeney that day in the final.
I remember that.
He beat Buddy Marucci the next year, and then he beat Gator Steve Scott at Pumpkin Ridge the third year, 94, 95, 96. And we've had other great. Matt Kuchar won it. Bubba Dickerson, our friend Bubba Dickerson, shout out to Bubba Dick, Jacksonville kid, West Nassau, 2001 he won the U.S. Amateur. Eduardo Molinari won it. Danny Lee became the youngest, but then Ben On was like 17 when he won it. Matt Fitzpatrick has won it. Bryson DeChambeau won it 7 and 6. What I also love about the U.S. Amateur, they play some really great country are great clubs.
Yeah. And also that final being 36 holes, that's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Man, and to get back, though, to what was your original point, Miles Russell's making a run.
So that's, So, and Miles Russell now, who's from right here, practices out at Atlantic Beach, is in the quarterfinals.
That's right. That's Final 8. And he beat a really good player, a guy he's got a rival with, a guy who knocked him out of a big event.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the last event, but recently in winning to make it to the quarter. Let's see. Billy Davis is the guy's name, and Russell had a nice 3-hole lead in the round of 32 match.
Mm-hmm.
It was a rematch from the AJGA 2023 Wyndham Cup, where Davis won 1-up, with Davis holding winning pars on 15 and 17. But Russell rolled in a 12-foot birdie putt to win, advance, and onto the final 8. They did a big feature on him on NBC.
Did they?
On the coverage on, I think, was it Sunday maybe?
Yeah.
Or the Golf Channel Monday, I don't know. Earlier this day, he did a big just feature on him and everything that he's accomplished at these ages. And he's had, at least by the standard he created, kind of a quiet summer.
Yeah.
You know, we've reported the last few summers on him doing age-defying things. This would be another. He would certainly be the youngest U.S. Amateur champion.
The world number one is the
he
kid.
15 now?
Oh, no, I think he's older than that.
Is he?
Yeah. The world number one.
Oh, yeah, sure he is.
He's headed to FSU fairly soon.
I lost a year.
The world number one, Jackson Coyven, is that Auburn kid. He got knocked out. It's very tough. It was the first sign of greatness of Tiger Woods that he won it 3 years in a row. Nobody had ever done that, but it's hard because you got to, first off, you got to get to the final you got to get to the final 64, and then you got to win all these, head-to-head matches.
Sure.
And you're going to have a bad day, and can you grind out? The other interesting person still in it is John Daly II.
Oh, wow. I didn't think he was that good. I see he aligns with some of the YouTube channels, so I've seen him play a bunch. I'm surprised that his game has held up.
Well, Miles is and again, I don't know if they're seeded, the seeds. Miles is a 3 seed. He plays Eric Lee, who's an 11th seed. John Daly is 26. He plays Mason Howell, who's 63. Jimmy Abdo, 61, plays Jackson Harrington, 37. And Niall Shields Donegan, 49, against Jacob Modleski, 56. So they all get seeded.
And that's golf.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't hear any top 10 names there. Other than Miles. So that would make him the favorite here at the quarterfinal stage.
But anything, it's not like college hoops where one plays 64 and 64 has no shot.
Oh, no, I know. He held it out for a bunker earlier. That was a big highlight. It would certainly seem like he's got a terrific career ahead of him.
Well, it'd be great for him to win the U.S. Amateur.
I seen John Daly, the bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
he's 16, Miles Russell. So not that far off. Only 16 years old, so he would become the youngest U.S. Amateur champion. He's committed to FSU, but that's not till 27.
John Daly, he does all kind of weird stuff, like on social media, and not like bad weird, just like
no. He walks around barefoot, like meth Santa with that beard, disheveled. He was in Happy Gilmore too, a bunch. Yeah.
But the last video I've seen of him, he was like, I don't know. Imagine being like on near 295 in some grassy patch.
Hits it over the.
Yeah, he hit it over all the cars and stuff. Like, who does that?
That's funny. And by the way, that's fun. I'm sure you can get in big trouble. They can arrest him, but that's easy. He's never gonna top it into the. He's a professional golfer that carries probably 80 yards.
Right. Like he hit it into like a football field.
Right.
Now, if that were me,
yeah, correct.
It probably would have been like how it was down there.
5 to 10. That's what we're handing out. Yeah, that's deadly missiles. But John Daly is never gonna hit that highway.
I don't even like when there's a road next to the
fair.
Right.
All right, I'll give you a story on that one. He playing the home course on hole number 7. Okay, and if you ever drive into the Jointer Creek Plantation out there, it would be on your left. If you turned off of 13 and came in that way, it would be that long hole on your left. And so I'm playing with a buddy one time, and I just flare one, do right. Now, see, the road is there and it's gettable, but usually you can't hit it far enough you can hit it that far right, but to hit it, if you're hitting it decently, you don't feel like you'll get there. It won't. So we're playing the hole. I blast out of bounds. Like I hit another one. I'm not happy. We're finishing the hole. We get back in the middle of the hole ready for the approach shot. So I see this old pickup truck kind of pull up on the road, like behind the green before where you would cross over from 7 green to 8T. We play the hole, and we're just starting to drive up, and this little old lady gets out with a bent finger waving at me. You need to learn how to play golf. Apparently, I've hit her car on the fly. I'm just thankful to the Lord above that she didn't have a heart attack and die. I couldn't imagine riding. And I feel nothing but terrible. Oh, I'm so sorry.
For sure.
Gave her. Now, what saved me is she had like a 1984 Toyota Tacoma. It was beat to heck.
Yeah.
So even though the ball hit it, it didn't do enough. She wasn't interested in any exchanging of information. She just wanted to tell me how terrible I was.
So she followed you. She
didn't follow. She turned around and went back. She's savvy enough to figure out where it came from, I suppose.
Figured it out.
I need to take her with me on the golf course.
So need a net over there.
I need to know who I picked yesterday in the.
Who did everyone
stand by one?
I think
we got a situation developing for you. Tommy Fleet was ahead of Scotty Scheffler. That ain't gonna last. Scotty shot a 4 under 66. I think our boy Stuart Moore is going to be coming like gangbusters. I think the key for him is who's his second pick.
His second pick is Cam Young.
Okay, what did Cam Young shoot yesterday? Forever Young. Let's see. Hold on. Cam Young. Anyway, I don't see Cam Young right now. So
I went with Rory and JT.
Oh no!
Don't say that.
Oh no!
Nah, don't say that.
Oh no!
What happened, man?
Well, Rory is even, and JT Poston is +2.
That's what I got.
No. Justin Thomas is +4. He's last.
As long as we make the 30, we're going to make the 30. Jeff went with Xander and Patrick Cantlay.
Yeah, I'm just playing defense. My guys are both low. They're both like 3-4.
+4, +2.
Yeah. And Dan Higgin went with Justin Rose and Ludwig Aubert.
Okay, Ludwig had a decent round. He's -2, I believe. So,
I got to be honest. We got the golf squared away. My interest in you holding off Stu, we got a lot less once we got that payoff already. See what I'm saying?
Well, now he can lose and spin the wheel.
That's what I mean.
But he might be in trouble
That's what I'm saying. We've already locked up the golf. It's kind of unfair to E or maybe one of us if we get run down. We're kind of like, once we got our prize, be careful.
Yeah.
If he goes $4.2 million and I straggle in with $600,000.
Right. All of a sudden it's tight.
Now we're fighting us three again.
And then he still gets.
And then he'll get Scheffler for the Tour Championship.
He will get him.
Yeah. Or did we? So we decided we're going to do the tour, but we're going to give that payout from the Wyndham.
Same payout.
Yeah, that's fair. Since they're all starting at even.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, interesting stuff here going on in the ever evolving brunch with the tour and our Dreamfinders Homes pick. So that'll be fun. All right, let's do this. 641-1010. Come kind, come curious, come correct. E.
Get you a pair of tickets. Go check out the Jumbo Shrimp. They're playing Norfolk this week. Hit me up right now at 904-641-1010 to win a pair of tickets. Come on, somebody.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of this way. We pay a lot of money monthly. If something happens, we need you. You need to be there. That's what the Kaprosky Agency does for us with Goosehead Insurance. Craig and Chris Kaprosky take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care, I mean it, man. Customer service, they get it, they understand it, they live it, and we appreciate it. And I'll tell you why. Something happens to you, they know the urgency, and they get you your answers, and they get them for you fast. And whether it be homeowners, where they recently saved me money on my mortgage, imagine that in this day and age, actually saving you money on something. Auto, flood, boat, small business. The Kaproskys will be there. Of course, obviously, I speak from experience. Get an insurance checkup today. They're easy to get a hold of. It's Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I, Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com, or call 478-8422, 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky, part of the Goosehead Insurance family, a part of our family as well.
right now at Beard's Diamonds. Pay $0 down and get 0 interest financing for 5 whole years. Yes, you heard it right. That $12,000 designer engagement ring is yours now for just $200 a month. This makes everything affordable. How about a $6,000 diamond eternity band, just $100 a month? Say goodbye to high interest rates. Get the relief you deserve at Beard's Diamonds. But hurry, this incredible offer ends August 31st and will not be extended. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, only $50 a month? Make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with $0 down and 0 interest financing. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, colored gemstone jewelry. Let our non-commissioned experts at Beards help you find the perfect piece of jewelry and take advantage of our best financing offer ever. Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center, Jacksonville's premier locally owned jeweler. Shop now and enjoy 0 interest financing for 5 years. Hurry, this amazing offer ends August 31st. On approved credit, some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal Conditions.
Veteran owned and operated with a mission to change your conditions. For AC installs, repairs, maintenance, or ductwork, Ideal Conditions has been trusted by Jacksonville since 2007. Call Ideal Conditions for a company who shows up on time and gets the job done right.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
IdealConditionsJacks.com.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
The dog days of summer are here, and Superior Fence and Rail is throwing you a bone. Right now, get 5% off any fence project 100 linear feet or more through August 22nd. Whether you're looking for added privacy or to keep your pets and family safe, now is the perfect time to invest. Contact Superior Fence and Rail today for your free estimate. Cannot be combined with other offers. New contracts only.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Oh, this definitely got rocky.
Yeah. Good to be here. I'm excited about.
Good to have you.
Huh?
It's good to have you. I'm not. Okay, go. You're excited about?
Well, we got NFL football.
Oh, we got some Friday nighters tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've already. It's the charm of the preseason is.
We only got 2 games.
Is now gone for me. And listen, you know what I'm going to be watching? Honestly, what time are the games?
7 and 10.
It's 7 o'clock. It's the Falcons, isn't it?
It is Tennessee and Atlanta.
And so that'd be Cam Ward, and if he plays, that's the problem. I'll check in at the beginning of these games, and I can see like quarterbacks or rookies.
One thing I do like what they've done is they've spread them out. Like so, tomorrow you got them all day if you want to watch. You know, you got a 1 o'clock or a bunch of 1 o'clocks, a 4 o'clock, a 7 o'clock, and then a late one 9:30 out in Denver, and then Sunday, of course, our Jags go at 1, and then Buffalo Chicago goes at 8.
Are the Jags the NFL Network? Are they picking up the local feed? Yeah, so you would have been able to see that even without the local broadcast, but. But tonight I will be watching Miles Russell.
Yeah,
they get a late start because they're playing out west. I don't think
he goes at 2:15,
which is Pacific time. Yeah, 5:15. So he'll be playing golf from 5:15 to about 9:30, and that sounds like a fun watch to me. Be fun rooting for him. Hope we can get into the semis tomorrow. And again the historic part of this. He's the same age as Charlie Woods.
Yeah.
Who's not a bad golfer, who is like so many dust trails behind Miles Russell and his accomplishments. I mean, yeah, 16-year-old. In fact, they are starting to make, if you go inside the golf world, Dan, and read Golf Week and get into the golf Twitter, they'll make an argument for Miles Russell, even at 16, to be on the Walker Cup team, which is mostly collegians, right? That's the Walker, but historically and famously has been made up of college golfers. But if he wins the U.S. Amateur, I would say that he should be on that team, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
He's been on the Junior Walker, hasn't he? And we've already done that. We've already crossed that off, I believe. And that
he's done a lot.
It's hard. The file is awful long now for Miles Russell.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we wish him.
But anyway,
well.
that's what I'll be watching tonight. But back to the football. It's nice that it's there. I like watching the first quarters of these games. Again, I want to see how Cam Ward looks. That intrigues me.
Oh yeah.
And but you don't know. I don't plan my day around it because I just don't know what coaches are going to do. I don't know what they're going to play, who they're going to play, how long they're going to play them. So, as for the Jags, they had a scrimmage yesterday where, the buzz is that the defense had the better day, and the pass game in particular was clunky, drops again. But I'll tell you the one thing that keeps coming up, and it came up again yesterday, is these penalties,
I know.
false starts, and what are we doing, gang?
I don't like playing New Orleans this week.
Why is that?
And I know geographically it's smart because I'd rather play a good team because I feel like even if we play well, I'm not going to get too much out of the Saints stink.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the Saints stink. If we don't play well, I'm going to be really concerned. And if we do play well, it's not that big a deal.
We're supposed to.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's happening to me. I initiated my force field this morning on the drive in. It's inevitable. It's hard to do, even when you have a pre-stated goal to not do it, especially talking about it every day as we do. I'm getting pulled into that vortex of taking any meaning out of some of this stupid preseason stuff I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I'm getting pulled into that vortex.
Yeah, you don't want to do it.
Smarter than that. You want to know what I think of the Jaguars? Ask me September 9th.
Yeah.
Ask me October 1st. Ask me November 15th. The assumptions that we make from a fourth-round running back busting off a practice run. We're talking about practice. We'll go way overboard on how good or bad or perilous or awesome this or that or the other is. And it's a good time for a reminder that Jaguars were 3-0 in the preseason last year. They were 3-0 in the preseason the year before. Trevor Lawrence, either last year or the year before, was the top-rated quarterback in preseason.
I mean, we can even do more. You can go back to the first game of a season and how you play in that game. It's just the beginning. It's a long way. You might play, again, the whole idea is to get better. You got to get better. You got to keep improving. That's one thing that, minus the magical year with Doug, they didn't do. And so you want that arrow to keep pointing up and you keep getting better and to keep getting better as the season unfolds. And how we play against Carolina may not be how we play against Tennessee late in the season.
I want to see. I'm interested in watching the running backs. I think all their carries matter here, no matter what the depth chart looks like on either side in these preseason games and in the individual workouts. I said this earlier. If we could just combine our four guys into one back, we'd have a hell of a back. But it seems like they all have one thing better than the others.
Oh dear!
Like ETN has been the best out of the backfield on screen passes. This is almost shameful that I guess there is some thought that the best pass protector of the group is a rookie, LaQuinn Allen. How can that be? How can he be in the NFL for years and not be the better of the pass protectors? But that's kind of been a knock on ETN, correct, Dan, through the years?
Yeah, I hope that's not the case.
Yeah. Bigsby will get you that tough yard, and Tootin has been the one that showed an explosion. Tootin showed the ability to be fast and then also barrel you over if you're not careful. So I just get strong vibes moving forward. I get stronger and stronger vibes, especially if you're drafting a Jaguar running back in fantasy, I'd go Tootin. There could be some Bucky Irving in play here. Same draft round, aren't they? Aren't they both fourth rounders?
I think so.
And the Jags didn't go drafting those running backs because they're happy with the run game. They didn't come in and flip the offensive line because they thought what they had was okay. And so we'll see. So that's an interesting watch, and I think we all want to see the defense make a stand regardless of what the opponent is. That was no bueno.
Right.
And that's what we see, and that's what gauges, and I'm trying to stay out of the vortex. Even that game in and of itself could have been won by the Jags 38-10. We don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ball left to be played.
Well, there's a lot of ball, and there's, again, it all starts against Carolina on the September 7th, and it's a just such an important game for this franchise that will, even though we say it could define the season.
I think it's a tone setter. And, again, unless you're planning on winning at Cincinnati or San Francisco, you got to win that game.
Right.
And you got to win the Houston game. Again, listen, the Rams, I think, started 1-4 last year and made the playoffs. It can happen, but it's rare.
It doesn't happen around here.
No.
If on Tuesday, October 7th,
that after the Kansas City
we're
game?
sitting here and the Jags have 2 wins, I will be content.
Yes, me too. I think 2-3 with that brutal schedule is fine.
Yep.
I do. I think that's fine. It's not what I'm shooting for.
No.
I mean, if you're 3-2, you feel really, really good.
The next 2 ain't easy.
It's the Rams, Seattle.
Seattle, then the Rams in London. Yeah. They're not easy.
Yeah, not easy at all.
But again, and if I'm sitting there 3-4, I'll still be happy. I'll still be content.
The back half definitely looks easier, but the crazy thing about the NFL is the ones that look easy can be hard and vice versa. Are we heavy, E?
No.
Yeah, we're a little heavy.
A little bit. We'll take a break right now.
Yeah, okay, but this is that I lose track with the interviews, live interviews.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this then. That's the that was the 10-minute drill, right? I tried to get it wasn't. I try to do the swag twice every morning. I can't get used to it. I can't get used to not giving that swag out at 40 after. Sorry, give them some more. We'll be back next to GFL Friday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Jaguars football lives here. Next up, the New Orleans Saints. Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. 1010XL.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
After 3 years, the Hacker Fantasy League is back here in 2025. Thursday night, August the 21st at Twin Peaks on Atlantic and Kernan, the HFL is back. Be listening to Hacker After Dark for your chance to enter.
Got a clogged drain that just won't quit? It's time to bring in the pros. Duck Duck Rooter.
I called Duck Duck Rooter for a clogged kitchen drain. They showed up fast and had it cleared in no time. No mess, no stress.
We've seen it all. Grease clogs, hairballs, mystery goo from the deep. Whatever's blocking your pipes, we'll get it flowing again. Call 904-862-6769 now to schedule your drain cleaning service. That's 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the duck.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
I'm Frank Franz, and you've heard me tell you how much success my daughter Amber is having with the Awaken 180 weight loss program. But Amber, maybe it's time you should tell them.
I think they'd rather hear from you, Dad. You're the radio guy.
Yeah, but in this case, you're the one doing all the work.
But that's the thing, Dad. It doesn't feel like work. The food is great. I never feel hungry. My coach, Mary, is so good, so encouraging. If you follow the plan, Awaken 180 really works.
Well, everyone I know that's tried it has said the same thing. The result is people not only look better, but they feel better. I've kind of known you your whole life, and I can tell you feel great.
I feel better than I have in years. I love that part. I feel so good. I have Awaken 180 to thank for that.
So you heard it from my kid, and you can feel great too. Just call 1-844-346-1800. That's 1-844-346-1800, or visit Awaken180weightloss.com and start your transformation today.
Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coatings is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan with Checkmate Coatings. We coat it all: garages, pool decks, driveways, and patios. Be the envy of your neighbors.
Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
On the drill. We got the Whisper scheduled for today. E. Whisper's busy this time of year, getting his boys ready down in different spots, primarily Coral Gables this day. All right, well, I have an announcement to make here, Dan. This should be exciting for some people.
Okay.
I'm going to consider myself a Braves historian here.
Okay.
It's been a long time now. Been given plenty of opportunity to make my evaluation on this particular player and his role with my Atlanta Braves.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you people can come back at me with a batting average or some stat that would seem to disagree. I'm here to tell you that Nick Allen is the worst offensive player that I've ever seen in a Braves uniform.
Wow.
The lightest hitting, terrible, worstest, awfulest offensive player in the history of mankind. This is a dude that has tried it out there once again. He makes Arcia. This guy, Hick, makes Rafael Belliard look like, Trey Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Nicky Allen is with another 0 for 4 last night, hitting 9th in the lineup for the 100th day in a row.
Well, he won't be your shortstop next year.
Surely, but the point being, how could he have been ever?
Yeah.
Now, I get it. He's a good defender, and you're supposed to, you've got studs around him, supposedly, that would carry you. But nonetheless, now through 112 games, my guy has 112 games, 323 plate appearances, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Extra base hits, 9 doubles.
Ooh.
19 RBIs. He's got an OPS of 463.
Oh, dear.
No bueno. But again, I don't know what the Braves expected. They brought him in, I guess, to compete for the shortstop job. Last year in Oakland, he hit a $175. So, here's to you, Nick Allen. Here's to you, Atlanta.
Do you guys know who the number one player in the class of 2027 is in basketball?
Marcus Spears' son.
Very nice. Marcus Spears Jr. is the number one player in the Marcus Spears had college basketball scholarship offers to big schools, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And but he grew into a football player and decided to play football. But
isn't Spears' brother or cousin covers the NBA? Is a basketball writer?
Oh, I don't know.
For ESPN? I think so. I think.
All right.
I think it's Spears who's, but I could be wrong on that.
One other basketball note, Xavier Lee, playing for Canada, had 16.6 rebounds and 9 assists for Canada against Team Brazil yesterday. So he's playing in that, whatever that is.
Remember that dude Oscar for Brazil back in the day?
Oscar
was the best.
Went for 40-something.
There was this dude for Brazil, man. He was a bad, Oscar. Yeah, was his name. Oscar. And he played for Brazil for forever. And this dude is legendary. He's probably in the Hall of Fame, isn't he? Hick? Basketball Hall of Fame?
I'm sure.
Oscar? This dude would light up these countries for 40, 50 points back like in the day before the three-point line. He was terrific. I always wanted to see that dude in the NBA.
And from the field of play last night, FSU women's soccer 5, Florida women's soccer nothing.
Ooh. No bueno. I saw that North Carolina became the first preseason number 1 to lose their opener.
They did. Tennessee got him.
Yeah, Mr. 10 probably just doing. He's out working on his, kicking skills this morning.
He is
brushing up on his soccer rule book, so he can ride that Vol squad to a title, perhaps. I will say this about the broadcast networks versus the bloggers and the columnists.
Okay.
Because I've just been assaulted by these ne'er-do-well NBA forecasters trying to present my Atlanta Hawks as, dare I say, in some cases, the favorite in the East. I've now read in one place.
Do you have the guy, Risache?
Yeah.
Yeah. UD yesterday called him Rosh Hashanah. It
On
was
purpose? Was he being funny or he just didn't?
No, he couldn't think of his name, and he went to invoked the Jewish holiday.
Yeah.
In name of
that's
Zachary Risache.
Yeah,
is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Risache. That's exactly how you
I got an NBA expert up there, UD.
Yeah.
Love you, UD, but
it's pretty bad.
Can't go with Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah.
You can find that one clip if you want.
I got to.
And play it for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
That's like our guy Emmett used to have some doozies back in the day.
Yeah.
Emmett wasn't afraid to give you a doozy.
Oh, yeah. But Rosh Hashanah, that was an all-timer, dude.
Well, I'm going to balance that.
Anyway,
some of these
we're getting into Hawk talk. I'm
going to balance some of these grand predictions, right, with what the broadcast networks have decided. I noted with the Christmas Day schedule was released earlier in the week, and so that's you got half the league now playing on Christmas. They start at 6 a.m. and play till midnight.
Doesn't matter. NFL owns it.
Yeah, well, it only took 1 year if they do. But nonetheless, the NBA would have owned a little 2.5-hour slice for me if they would have put the Atlanta Hawks in a game.
Didn't make it.
They didn't make the cut.
Didn't make it again.
So let me ask you this. If the Hawks are indeed a top 2 team in the East or top 3 or an up-and-comer, if they really thought that, wouldn't
ought to be in there.
Yeah, wouldn't you be in Christmas Day?
Ought to be.
All right, well, now we take you on to the 2025 NBA schedule, which was announced yesterday. So we get all the other national TV dates.
Okay.
And so then you can measure by the number of national TV assignments when the season starts. The Hawks are 17th. Okay? If the NBA and the broadcast networks, if they really believe that the Hawks were going to be, this year's Knicks or Cavs or Oklahoma City or some up-and-comer, maybe those teams were further along, then don't you think they wouldn't be 17th in national TV assignments?
You would think.
Orlando, Philly, Detroit.
Oh, no.
The Bucks.
Oh, it hurts.
The Clippers. San Antonio, Dallas, Cleveland, Boston, Denver, Houston has 6 with Durant. Minnesota, the Knicks, 34, twice as many as Atlanta. Curse you.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City's 3rd. Shouldn't they be 1st?
Yes.
Nah. Number 1's old Luka and LeBron, baby.
Of course it is.
34, although these are ties because the Lakers have 34, Golden State has 34, Oklahoma City has 30. That must be the max. And the Knicks have 34.
Boom.
4 teams can have the max, and there they are, including your New York Knicks. You know what? All that was lost from what should have been a stressful week of hate baseball perhaps will be rekindled about next April.
Maybe.
When the Knicks and the Hawks are meeting in the Eastern Conference Finals. Oh, God, I don't know if I want that headache.
Be right up at the Garden again watching.
Quarterback Whispers next. It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
When you're making plays on the field, doesn't matter. Are you going to go out there, take hits, deliver the ball, and win ball games for us?
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Hey, gang, you ready to reclaim your backyard? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, Surfside Pools is a trusted name for expert pool design. Family owned and operated, they offer pool service. I love them. They take care of my pool each and every week, make it look Caribbean blue, baby. Family owned and operated, they
Have equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Of course, they're doing a pool right down the street. Let Surfside Pools transform your backyard into the oasis you crave. You ready to float happy? Surfsidepools.net. Surfsidepools.net or call them 246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, where luxury meets leisure.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret, Dandy is never frozen. Always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses. No dry, crumbly subs here. Only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little guy with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand and a quality sandwich. So do what I do. Stop in at a Circle K and make yours a Dandy today.
Come to Monahan Jewelers store-wide 40 to 50% off sale going on now for a very limited time. Everything on display is 40 to 50% off at Monahan Jewelers. We've bought so much brand new jewelry, we need to make room for it. Diamond jewelry, engagement semi-mounts, colored gemstones, even gold chains. Right now, everything on display at Monahan Jewelers is 40 to 50% off. Jewelry's going quick, so come to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Life happens every day, and sometimes it gets in the way. That's why 1010XL makes it easy to listen to your favorites. If you missed it, get it on demand.
At 1010XL.com.
Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the Southeast to offer multi-unit hair grafting and the 45-minute PRP treatments. Grow your hair back. Call now for a free in-person evaluation. 904-777-IHRS, 904-777-4477, or visit hairforme.com. Let's get the work done.
Training camp is here.
Up, quick feet.
1010XL's training camp coverage is backed by Roland Reach Plumbing and Green Acres Sporting Goods.
Go, here we go. Let's go. It's live now. Let's go. Frank Franzi here for Coyle & Son Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports memories. Remember the 2017 AFC Championship game when Miles Jack wasn't down? Do you know what else isn't down? Fences installed by Coyle & Sons. Their fences have been standing tall here in Jacksonville for nearly a century. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821 or visit CoyleJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. CoyleJacks.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by YMCA of Florida's First Coast. Jag VP Tony Baselli looking for the team to overcome mental errors in the next preseason game.
We have to clean up. The head coach has been preaching it, stuff that you can control before the ball snaps.
According to Ian Rappaport, former Jaguar offensive lineman Brandon Scherf is retiring from the NFL after 10 seasons. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 79 degrees at 8:04 time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
You know who we had on today, Denny? Who I love? Johnny Wolford.
Oh, yeah.
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 I mean, think about Johnny and what he's been able to accomplish. And look, I mean, he's certainly not the most, I mean, again, keeping it in perspective that they all are great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But he's not the biggest cat. He doesn't have the strongest arm. He doesn't, you know, and he's sort of found a role in the NFL, and he's bounced around, and it's kind of cool. Like Nathan Peterman, one of your guys that you've worked with through a lot of years, guys like that. It's just so impressive.
Well, Johnny is like a core Cortex guy. Like Johnny is like, yeah. I mean, Johnny's more into Cortex than I am. I mean, he's an awesome dude. I've got to know him, man. Talk about just a brilliant human being.
Yeah,
unreal. That guy hears something and he remembers it. Learns it quickly and remembers it forever.
I find it hard to believe, and I didn't ask Johnny because I didn't want to put him on the spot because he's a truthful kid. But I remember the Jags were telling us that it's not a big deal, but it sort of became a big deal. Trevor got the 85 and had a better grade than Johnny on the test that they were given when they started training camp. And I was like, ain't no way Trevor got a better grade than Johnny. He did say, though, that Trevor picked up the offense extremely quickly and that he was very impressed with how fast he learned that offense.
Trevor's a smart guy.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's not.
No.
I just think Johnny's like...
Yeah, Johnny's next level.
Yeah,
for sure. I thought it looked like last week that Trevor knew exactly where to go with the ball. Exactly.
I thought his best throw was to Strange because it wasn't his first read. Yeah. It was like second or third or whatever it was, which I think people like me like to see that from him. Yeah. Show sort of a progression.
Well, for multiple reasons, not the least of which he had time to get through.
Also true.
They also seemed like, for the most part, they got rid of it pretty quick. The idea was there, let's get some confidence and some continuity going here. Let's get some completions. Let's get some...
When you got some of those dudes outside that are actual playmakers, like, you just got to get the ball in their hands.
And I think also...
They're going to make some plays.
I think, when you set them up, man, all it's going to take is one, boop.
Yep.
And we're going to get some guys open. He's going to scheme some guys open. That scheme got a little stale here. It feels like that, at least.
Me and he were talking yesterday during a break about the position of quarterback and how, he said he got into I hope I'm not, divulging family secrets here.
No, you good.
He got into he was arguing with Cliff Averill about, he believes it's the toughest position in sport to play. Most of us do. Cliff was saying, no, it's not. But I mean, again,
what's the one that competes with?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. You could say goaltending. I don't know.
I don't think there is one.
I don't.
I guess not. It's like the difference between 1 and 2 is the difference between 2 and 13.
What's amazing? 100%. What's amazing is how everything you do as a quarterback is analyzed now. I mean, everything.
Because we see everything they do. We don't see everything other players do. We follow the ball.
Stats that we just keep digging into, and it just sometimes it's overwhelming. And I'd rather just we found some bad stats on Patrick Mahomes yesterday that stood out.
Yeah.
And then I said, here's what you need to know. He's 17-4 in the playoffs,
and he's also and
he has more playoff wins combined than the next three.
And he's not a
best quarterbacks in the NFL: Burrow, Allen, and Lamar.
But he was inaccurate last year. These two. So one was your completion percentage on balls, 10 or more yards,
15 yards down,
15 yards, and the other was interceptions. Was it most interceptions?
More picks than touchdowns on balls, 40 yards. But on 15 yards or more, he was like a 39.
Is that anything to be worried about?
No.
He's too young to be having any kind of receding. Just that's the way it
I'm of the ilk, and I've been saying this for a couple months, and I think a lot of people are now jumping on that this guy went to Andy Reid and said, we ain't doing this crap anymore.
Yeah.
I'm getting my 5,000 and 45 touchdowns this year. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, get us some playmakers. Let's go back to Andy Ball and let's start. I just have a feeling that that's coming from Kansas City because as great as they've been, it's been 2 years of him being frustrated.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the MJ Kobe thing of they should take a shot every time. That's your best chance to win.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you've got Mahomes, you should be running a little different offense than everybody else does, and you should be taking shots, and you should let him do his thing. It's funny on the quarterback stat thing is last year we had a guy that was struggling a little bit, and so I was like, hey, let's just pull up all the advanced analytics we can. I've never done that in my life.
what came back to me was just like, what do you want me to do with this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is stacks and stacks.
It's
and
incredible.
Stacks of pages of just every stat,
nuance, every situation.
And it's like, come on, man.
From the right hash, he's from the left hash.
Third and less than 5, third and 5 to 14, third and 15 and more.
Yeah, it's like third and 5 with this personnel grouping and this personnel grouping and this personnel grouping.
No.
It's like,
call the right. That's on a coach. Get the right people and call the right play.
Correct.
And tell me your third down conversion. That's enough.
Sundays from 2:30 to 2:45. He's much better than he is from 3 to 3:15.
At some point, it's got to brain lock you. Like the analytics guys, what they don't understand is they get to sit in their room for days on end and come up with run their numbers. And a coach is in the moment, man. You're trying to do a lot in 30 seconds.
Well, it's like I was telling somebody this.
I mean, I choke fantasy drafts. I can imagine trying to get a playoff.
It's like when you stand on a golf hole that you just, like Palencia was where I play. And hole number 1, for whatever reason, I stink at it.
Okay.
I'm not part of that
hard hole would be the first reason
in my life.
Yeah,
right?
It's a long, hard hole.
But my point is, like, if I'm playing a scramble with 4 people and we can only use one person per hole, I'm going to go, I'm out on this one. One of y'all take over. Right? So if you're running a play that just doesn't fit your quarterback skill set or doesn't fit his eyes for some reason, man, after the first couple of times, stop running the dang play.
Yeah.
Right? There's a million other plays that the guy can run. And that's a lot of times when you look at those analytics, a lot of times, to Jeff's point, it's like, well, if he sucks in this situation, then why do we keep putting him in this situation?
And to the point of, with Johnny this morning, we were talking about Liam Cohen's offense, and that they'll have many times, I think every time, they have 2 plays, right? And he comes to the line of scrimmage and he put it in simplest terms. Well, I know that this play works better against a zone defense. This play works better, so I'll opt to this play or that play once he recognizes what they're in. And so, but again, those are things that are happening for a quarterback, to get back to how the original statement about how tough a position it is, that you have to make these split-second reads and decisions, and you do so when you break the huddle with 15 ticks of the clock left.
Yeah, and they know that too, and so they're not showing you. Yeah, it's very, very different.
Yeah,
I think sometimes, man, and I look, we moved to Puerto Rico when I was in 9th grade. I never played football past junior high level. I don't have the terminology down or otherwise.
You know the gaps.
But I can tell you this. Let me tell you this. I don't care if we're playing as 12-year-olds on the at recess, or we're playing an NFL game on September 7th. Okay, 2 or 3 times in a row, throw a quick out to Travis Hunter, and then the 4th, give one little fake.
Yeah.
I don't care how old you are, what level of football you play. Guess what's going to happen? He's going to bite. He's going to go. He's going to be open.
Man, I
mean, can we simplify? I mean, I know that's dumbing it down beyond terminology, but I think some things are just it's just so smart that they're dumb.
No, but Jeff, I think that's a good point too, because the Jags may have a chance to do things like that, because defenses are going to have to declare what they're going to do. Are they focusing on Brian? Or are they focusing on Travis? And then if you can get any type of running game, consistent running game, things like that. Now all of a sudden, I know I got Travis in one-on-one coverage over here because the box count is right and they're bracketing over here on Brian. You can do things like that. I just don't know if they've had that in the past, where, I mean, how many times have we seen teams just play kind of off coverage on them and just be like, we'll catch it.
Right.
We're going to come up, make a tackle, catch it. And then that's when you get in trouble. When you can't run the ball and they can play 6, 7, 8 yards off of you and just keep everything in front of them, and they make you 12-play drive every single time, that's tough to do at any level.
It's interesting, and it will be interesting as we get ready for the NFL season. We're also getting ready for the college season. You've been bopping around the country lately. Just give me a general thought about some of your guys. Like, I know you're sky high on Carson Beck. I just read the other day, I think the OC down there was
Shannon Dawson
pumping him up about, we might have another number 1 overall pick again. And I guess Carson, inevitably, if he has that kind of season, he will get into that kind of contention.
Yeah,
it could happen.
I'll say this about him, and this has not been intentional at all, but there's been zero discussion about any of that, and I'm with him more than I'm not. Yeah. He is. He's very, very focused on Notre Dame, and his injury is fine. He's
right.
It's like it hasn't even happened. So he's just kind of back out there, just playing ball again. And there's, with that injury, there's some things that, with rep counts, you almost have a new feel to the way you throw. I mean, you have a brace in your arm, right? So you have to kind of learn what oh, that's good. Okay, that's the way this felt. And we got he's done all that.
Okay.
So I think he's very focused. I think he looks great. I'm not trying to pump him up or anything.
Sure.
He fits in well down there.
Good.
He fits in really well down there. They're a fun team to be around. With this new college landscape, though, I feel like it's hard to know if anybody's good.
That's fair. I mean, it's so
everybody's
weird.
team is relatively new.
Different every year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is Notre Dame good? I know they got this running back, but I have no idea outside
Well,
of
they
that.
got it's interesting that this year the programs are getting more respect than the quarterbacks. In other words, when I look at the rankings, they're breaking a new quarterback. They're breaking a new quarterback. Why are we automatically putting those? A couple of those quarterbacks aren't going to be good or good enough. Okay, and those teams are going to lose games because of it.
Well, there's three in particular, and we saw enough of Gunnar Stockton. We don't have to, but the three that we don't know, you've got the Underwood at Michigan. They're a top 10 team. You've got Sayan at Ohio State, and how important the position will be there. And there was just one more.
Oh, you got Arch at Texas. He's new.
Yeah. We feel like we know him a little better. There was another one of those.
I heard the other guy was ahead of him.
Bama, Ty Simpson. What can you tell us about those three? Could you know much about any of those?
I don't. Bryce is a special talent,
right?
At Michigan, I don't. I mean, I wouldn't want him out there very first game. I wouldn't want any freshman out there very first game. But if he develops the way he should develop, he is a top 5 pick right now, without a doubt. Good, like he's got that skill set. I don't know anything at all about Ty. I don't know anything. I can tell you this: in Notre Dame, if that other kid is beating out C.J. Carr, he's a good player because I think C.J. Carr is a franchise type guy.
They said, and I just saw this like yesterday, and I think they said that the other kid, and I don't know his name, was just a little bit ahead of him.
Wow!
Right now,
wow,
which is a big statement.
The interesting one, I mean. No, I'm not saying it just because we're here,
right?
But Florida's team is so interesting to me this year because if you do positional breakdown, bro, you shouldn't be talking about how bad their schedule is.
Right.
I mean, they are at the top of. What are they in the top 10 of every position?
Seems like it
in the country.
Right,
it seems like.
Well, at least just going by.
Yeah,
I can tell you exactly where they are in all of them.
I don't want to get Jeff going on the O-line again. But,
listen,
point,
Jeff got going on the O-line because some slappy Miami fan said, bro, we got the top offensive line in the country. It triggered me a little bit. What the are you talking about?
Yeah.
No one thinks Miami has the number one line in the country except Miami.
Another one.
Yeah,
that's all. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Video.
Yeah. I mean,
people don't know where that came from. They're just this ridiculousness.
But it is true about Florida because you talk about their schedule all the time. But I don't know. I haven't done this.
Here we
are. I'd love to hear this.
Rankings by position group. Offensive line 5th. Oh, by the way, Miami was 9. I know it's the best in the country. So offensive line 5th, defensive line 10th. There is only one team on their schedule in each of those categories that's better in that category. In other words, Texas is the only one with a better defensive line, and I believe could it have been Georgia maybe was the only one better with an offensive line. So O-line 5, D-line 10, secondary 10, special team 13, quarterback 10, running back 14, wide receiver 18.
Wow.
But just the top, the bottom line is lines of scrimmage, both sides, and quarterback, your top 10 in all three of those. There aren't a whole lot of programs that are in all three.
And those rankings are lower than I thought they would be.
Well, this is PFF. You've probably seen other ones that would have had it even a little higher.
Maybe they're waiting to see what those receivers are together, but that is a talented group of receivers.
Look, every situation is different, but until they go out and prove differently, it's easy for this Florida team to also conjure up images of, say, that South Carolina team 2 or 3 years ago that at the end of a year, they beat Tennessee, they beat Clemson, they almost beat Notre Dame here. They had a returning quarterback that some thought was the best in the conference, and then it didn't carry over. It didn't play out the next year. So you got to follow up that late season success.
That's exactly why I say they're the most interesting team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just because you can see it going either way, but talent-wise, it is as good as it's been in Gainesville in a very long time.
Yeah. Hopefully it plays out that way.
Oh, my man. Good to see you, Denny.
You too.
That's the Quarterback Whisperer. We love having him in. Denny Thompson here on The Drill. We'll take a break. Come
See
back
you next Friday.
All
righty.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Get an inside look at football's greatest position with Denny Thompson.
I'm Denny Thompson, and they call me the Quarterback Whisperer.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill. Tuned up by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Interest rates are high everywhere else, but at Beards Diamonds right now they've lowered their finance. What? Yeah, Beards has lowered their finance rates all the way down to 0. Hicken here for my friends at Beards Diamond. Right now, pay 0 down, get 0 interest financing for 5 whole years. That's a $12,000 engagement ring, $200 a month, right? This amazing offer makes everything affordable. $6,000 diamond and eternity band, $100 a month. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, $50 a month? Make any purchase, spread those payments over 5 years with 0 down, 0 interest. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, colored gemstone, you name it, they got it. Beards Diamonds, they're in the St. John's Town Center. Owned by the Lupos for more than 40 years. Nobody better. Locally owned. Shop local, shop Beards. This amazing offer ends August 31st.
You're gonna see a big difference.
Hey, it's Frank Frangie. Look, when it comes to glass needs around the home, there's one name I trust, Lee & Kate's. It's local, family-owned, and they've been part of our community since 1926. They've taken great care of me over the years, and I know they'll do the same for you. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
With Lee & Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Big personalities, bold opinions, lunch just got louder. Josie, Matt, and Leon are XL Prime Time from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
Any questions? Yeah, what's lunch?
Game to 2 on 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help. Feeling the Florida heat? Frank Frangie here. Make sure your car's AC is ready with help from Big Chief Tire. Right now, get $50 off all AC services at any of their 6 Jacksonville locations. Whether it's a quick recharge or a full repair, their expert technicians will keep you cool and comfortable on the road. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your AC service today and take advantage of this limited time offer. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
He was the number 5 overall pick by Washington in the 2015 NFL Draft. He was an All-Pro. He played in 5 Pro Bowls. Played here since 2022, and yesterday said, that's it, I'm done. Brandon Sheriff is who we're talking about. He left here, obviously, after last season, after the Jags signed him to a big contract. He started all 53 possible games, 51 regular season, and 2 playoffs. So Listen, he wasn't as good as he was in Washington, but you know what? Brandon Sheriff lined up every single Sunday, and there's something to be said for that. And now he's headed off into retirement. Brandon Sheriff done in the National Football League. And that's your Duval Minutes, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power always on the lookout for guys like Brandon Sheriff, experienced lift, truck, and dock and door technicians. Benefits are unbelievable. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. You go see why Lift Power is voted one of the best places to work year in and year out. More reasons. They're rapidly growing. They've been around for more than 50 years. Family-owned and operated. Screams stability. And listen, there's an opportunity for you. All you got to do to look at job opportunities with Lift Power, go to liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com. Yeah, Brandon Sheriff wasn't what we had hoped, but he was a good, solid player for the Jags for a few years. It's just 22, 23, 24, 3 years.
Wasn't Sheriff the only one that responded when Trevor got hit?
He did respond.
It was
Wasn't he
him.
the only one that went over there like a dadgum man with hair under his arms and took up for his quarterback? The rest of our dudes, I don't know what they did. I know our coach hugged it out with theirs at the end of the game.
Are you suggesting that the Jaguar players on the football team last year shaved their armpits?
Maybe. Maybe they nared him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Grading first-round rookie debuts.
Grading them.
This can be hard because they hardly play.
Yeah, there's a lot of incompletes.
I would think that, like if we were just simply going by grade, Travis Hunter's grade probably wasn't great, was it? He missed that one tackle, securing the edge. He had a couple of, little short passes, but it's nothing to grade. You got to see guys play enough. You can't grade a guy on a practice series.
Okay.
We're talking about practice.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we wait for the hamster wheel to churn out the updated computer screen, I was looking at it before.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get in there.
Well,
I don't know what to tell you.
Doesn't much matter.
Well, it's like, they throw the football at you and it's flat.
Along those lines of stats, we were talking about stats and looking at how every single thing a quarterback does is
magnified.
Sure. And I just saw this a moment ago, and it was like, well, Josh Allen, if you go look at who he's beaten in the playoffs, Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson, some of those. Now, obviously, he beat Lamar last year, but versus Jalen Hurts, who's beaten Mahomes and some of those type of guys, it doesn't compare. Josh Allen is 7-6, but they're not playing quarterback v. quarterback. But certainly, if you get to the postseason and you get a first-round opponent whose quarterback is out or hurt, it does benefit you.
I think that's a hard one to completely understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like Josh Allen's had playoff games, he couldn't play any better.
Right. He's been terrific.
Yeah. And sometimes, and there's also this. Usually, that great quarterback was also on the better team.
Mm-hmm.
As good as Buffalo is, as good as Baltimore is, they're not as good as the Chiefs. They're not as good as the Chiefs, or maybe they are, and they're not coached as good. Whatever the reason is. At the end of the day, rankings are kind of just it's the nature of between social media and now Chat GPT, and Siri and everything else. Man, I mean, everything is ranked 100 different ways. You look hard enough, you'll find a ranking you like. You go find a ranking. You look hard enough, you'll find a column that has Florida in the playoffs.
Correct.
So it's like we're so oversaturated with the rank, and this guy wants to make his opinion heard, so maybe it's like not an actual true ranking. And so what do you make of it all? You make of the W and the L. Which side are you in on the end of Sunday? So, again, the quarterbacks, we talked about this. No, it's not fair to put Burrow, Lamar, and Josh Allen into the same category as Patrick Mahomes. But it's fair to say you think one of those four will win it. So that's why we put him there. And we talked about all the reasons why that we don't. It's not accurate. There is there's one, and then there are those other three. But as a group, they make up four because outside. And here's Jalen Hurts, by the way, with the hardware to prove otherwise.
Right.
But when you think of a quarterback, the ability, just him taking you there, those are the three outside of Mahomes, even with Hurts' success that you think of. Somehow, man, Hurts is like the Brewers. You just don't believe in him as much as you should, as much as his record indicates. Or I don't. Do you? Do you, E?
I don't.
No. I mean, if you were taking honest in an honest world of drafting quarterbacks that are available right now, I don't think Hurts goes in the top 5. We're going back and forth right now. You go, I go. You go, I go. He's going to go 10th.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go top 5.
Yeah, it's going to right on be on the edge. You know, he's going to be right on the. You'll find yourself asking questions. I mean, Baker Mayfield or Jalen. You know, that's fair. They're two different styles. You wonder, could Hurts be Hurts if he played for the Cardinals?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Would Kyler Murray be Hurts if he played for Philly?
Maybe. You know, I don't know. I mean, is Hurts? Look, I know he's much more than that. Don't get me wrong. But without the tush push, what is Jalen Hurts in his career?
Yeah.
I mean, that is such his niche. I think I had 20-something. Did he? How many rushing touchdowns?
But I've seen him make throws that are
I
really
know.
special.
I know. But if that were just if that were all he were being asked to do, would it be enough?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not all he's asked to do. So to that end,
why did this is totally off topic, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Oh boy.
I just saw this stat and it struck me. How many career triples do you think Babe Ruth had?
Well, I'm gonna think it's either really high or really low based on the question. I mean, if you just ask me straight up, Babe played what, 15 years?
Babe?
20 years?
They played 14 to 35.
So 20 years.
A lot of years.
Yeah, 20 years.
19 to
some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say average 1 a year.
Okay.
15.
136.
Yeah, I thought it was high for some reason, but you know what happened back then? They had some of the parks, had fences at 500 feet.
It had to be.
It did. No, that's not a lie. In fact, I believe there were major league parks in the very beginning. I don't know when Babe played that didn't have a fence in one side.
Right, just keep going.
Just hit it and run until you go. We played a high school game on a field like that. You love it. Get a home run if you can just get it over
because I'm looking at the guys who have the most career triples. It's Sam Crawford leads the way. Ty Cobb, Honest Wagner. These are guys who played way back when. Tris Speaker, Joe Kelly, Paul Wainer, Eddie Collins, Eddie De La Gente, those guys. I'm trying to look for anybody. Stan Musial had 177 triples. Roberto Clemente had 166 triples.
But he's fast. You can.
I know. That's what
he's.
Lou Gehrig had 163 triples. So
yeah, see that there have to be there has to be a reason why they got so many triples.
I was looking at this I was looking at Babe Ruth's 39 years old, Pross, and he's got 5 triples that year.
I'll tell you something else too. In fairness, Babe Ruth is not the fatty that we conjure him up to be.
But
he's a bigger guy.
When he was 39 years old, he wasn't
by then. But most of his career, he was just a big, thick guy. He wasn't toned. He didn't have abs. But he wasn't like some big fat guy with a big belly.
Well, he stole 123 bases.
Right. It was like saying he was an athlete.
Yeah. Got caught almost that many times.
But I do think that if those many triples, we got to have. There's got to be like some no right field in certain parks.
Had to be.
Or like polo grass. Some of those things went to 500 feet.
Yeah.
If you get it past the outfielder, you're going to get to third.
Babe Ruth had one more triple than Pete Rose had. Had more triples than Joe DiMaggio, more triples than Brett Butler, who was fast. More triples than Jose Reyes, who was super fast. Guys who played a long time. It's fascinating, quite frankly.
Apparently he had one. Do you have his stats in front of you year to year?
Babe?
Yeah, 1921. Was that an especially?
Well, as far as triples?
16 triples in 1921.
Yeah.
But why, though? He also hit 59 homers that year.
Had a hell of a year.
I don't know. Scientists explain secrets behind that. Are you telling me that this dude in regular major league ballparks got 19 triples?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what I'm to believe?
Yeah. That's what you're to believe. The Babe.
Huh. I got to get to the bottom. I got to go.
I think you're dead on. The ballparks were bigger,
yeah, 59 home runs and 19 triples. Good grief.
Yeah.
So that would be. I wonder how many. What is Bond's home run record? 70?
Like 72?
No, it's more than 70.
I don't keep up. 70 or 70, 71 maybe. I wonder how many triples he had. Like, I wonder if that Babe number is the highest combined home runs, triples in the same year. He got
73.
Yeah.
So he had.
McGuire hit 70, didn't he?
So 73. Did Bonds have? I mean, he probably had a home run or a walk 90% of his bats that year. Did Bonds have 4 triples?
Let's look.
90% was walks?
No, I'm saying between walks and homers. It's all he did.
Oh.
So how many triples did he have that year?
He had 70?
Yeah. No, Bonds had 77.
He had 2 triples.
I mean, 70. What did you say, 73? Yeah, so that's 75
2
total.
triples.
Has anyone ever comboed homers and triples to the tune of 77? Because Ruth had 16 triples and he had 59 homers. Oh, wait, that's 75.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 75.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. This is the drill on 1010XL. It's a football Friday. Jags go Sunday, 1 o'clock in the Big Easy.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Pickett here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius or 2 half geniuses and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. Frank Frangie here for the farm at Okefenokee. It's just an hour north of Jacksonville and Folkestone. At the farm, it's not just about living off-grid. It's about reconnecting with nature, with food, and with community. Exploring hiking trails, kayak through Blackwater creeks, or just watch the sunset over your olive trees. It's a way of life. You can learn more. Go to Okie Farm. That's OKEfarm.com for your new way of life.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece.
All right, surprise, surprise.
Look what the cat drug it. It's been wandering the streets since the Mets lost.
Yes, yeah, that's a fact. We got our buddy Johnny Wolford is going to join us, talk a little
fresher than a cup of coffee,
football, and a little Jaguars, and a little everything. He joins us now. Checkmate Coatings Hotline. Johnny, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey guys, how you
Morning,
doing?
John.
How are
Good.
you?
Doing
How
awesome.
are you? Why are you up so early, Johnny? I mean, this is crazy. We going right to work?
This is the NFL. We work hard in the NFL.
Hey, Johnny, did people call you Johnny Boy throughout your while you were growing up?
No, it just depended. I think when I was younger, there was more Johnny, and then as I got older, it transitioned to John. But I respond to both, and I don't even clock it, honestly.
It's hard. Us, it's Johnny.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, like, my kids are your age, Johnny. John, y'all played against each other in Pop Warner. In fact, you'll always be a footnote in one of my boys' lives. Because everyone has this story. Everyone has, and they played y'all in a Pop Warner game, or whatever what they call it around here. And one of them came off the edge, and he got a sack of Johnny Wolford in the game.
Oh yeah,
So
how about that, John?
John won't remember that, a lick his whole life, but it'll be told many times. You'll see.
This is a great story about the Wolfords, Johnny and Bobby, and Dr. Bob, their pops.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys.
Tell people who his uncle is.
Will Wolford,
all pro lineman.
But when they were young, and I mean young, Johnny, when did you put the pads on for the first time?
I think it was 4. It may have been 5. I know my dad snuck me on illegal. I think you weren't allowed to play at 4, but I think there was he forged some birth certificate paper and I was out there like a bobblehead.
What I loved about your pops was the legendary Wolford workouts. Do you remember? He would invite like Drew or whoever. Say, hey, come work out. We're doing stadiums or jumping rope, or you and Bobby would just get after it though. When you guys were little kids, it was classic stuff.
Yeah, it was a little bit. What's the guy's name? Todd Marinovich-esque, but not only to that.
Not quite
extent,
there.
Marv Marinovich.
Yeah, very nice.
There was love.
Yeah, it was definitely love.
No McDonald's until you were 20. The whole thing.
Yeah. We would jump rope. We weren't allowed to do anything until we finished 20 minutes of jump rope. I remember that when I was like 6 or 7.
And what about eating? Were you allowed to eat fast food at least?
No, he wanted us to gain weight. So and when we got young, we were working out as much as we were working out with all the sports we were doing.
Yeah.
Now, how did you become a quarterback? Right? I know you pitched at Jack's Beach too a little bit when you were real little. But how did you become? Were you destined? Did you want to play quarterback because your brother didn't? So how did that come about?
I don't know. Honestly, it's a good question. I think I just picked up the ball and it's spun naturally. And then I think when I want to say 7, I started playing it in Pop Warner, and then just from there I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and the rest was history.
Yeah, Johnny Wolford is our guest here on the Drill, and it's a great story though. I mean, listen, you've accomplished a lot. I mean, we'll talk about Wake Forest and Kenny in just a second, but just to get to the National Football League, and now you've been around and fighting for roster spots and doing your thing and being an NFL quarterback. I mean, it had to be a dream of yours, but did you imagine that happening? Because didn't you take like a job out of football, or did you not do that? Did you go full football coming out of Wake? Because I know you were undrafted, and then I think the Jets signed you at first.
Yeah. So I had a job at Barclays in investment banking.
Mm-hmm.
And I got that my junior year of college because I was pretty mediocre my first 3 years at Wake Forest. And my senior year, I played really well.
Mm-hmm.
So the NFL became more viable, at least as a long shot undrafted free agent. Barclays let me defer my offer. Was signed by the Jets, played in the AAF, which is now defunct. It's kind of like the UFL.
Right.
And then the Rams signed me, and I've been able to stick around. This is, including that Jets year, this is year 8. So it's been a pretty wild ride, and I learned a lot and enjoyed it all.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and by the way, he downplayed his senior year at Wake. He threw 29 touchdowns, had just 9 picks, had a great senior season. And Bishop Kenny, I would assume people is the Clay game the one that people still ask you about? The 74-73 game?
That's the one that stands out to me.
I mean, is that like if you're bopping around Jacksonville and people see you, they come up and say, I played against you, I was at Clay, or I was, is that the game they talk about, or are there others as well?
No, that's the one. Yeah. That's the most memorable one for most people, which makes sense.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't even want to.
Did you now? For most people, this would seem a silly, obvious question, but you could have family ties that make this maybe not an obvious question. Did you grow up a Jaguars fan?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
So when you learn that your next try is going to be in Jacksonville, your next stop is going to be in Jacksonville. I hate the old sportscaster question. How did that feel? But it had to be at least a little bit different than signing with the Rams and signing with other places you've been?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I as I've aged, like I'm not like I never was a diehard fan at any given moment, even for colleges or teams. I have an affinity for the team I grew up with, and so I think there was a little bit more to it. I was also just mostly excited to be closer to family,
right?
And so that was the main reason for my.
You got any
excitement.
jump rope exercises scheduled today? Bob putting you on any workouts today?
I'm going to go hang out with my dad later, and I'm not allowed to talk to him until I get 20 minutes to jump rope in the garage. So,
what's your brother up to?
He works at a hedge fund in New York, and he's doing really, really well. So
awesome.
He's got 2 kids now, third on the way.
Give us
Bobby, by the way, was a heck of a football player. Went to Boston College and
remember that. Yeah.
More of a linebacker. The great Bobby was the one in Pop Warner's. Drew was in between them. I think it was a 2 years difference between you and Bobby, 2 grades.
Correct.
Yes. And so they would Bobby was a thumper, man. And I honestly, Johnny, I remember this story. I shouldn't tell it out of turn, but I think I've already told it on the radio before anyway.
Sounds like you. On brand.
I remember Bobby, I don't know if he had a concussion, but he was a little wobbly, but Dr. Bob was not happy about him not being in the game, so he went back in.
Thank you, Marv.
Oh, God.
I'm talking about 9, 10, 11 years old.
Different era.
Different
no
times.
such thing as those.
Oh, it was great. It was so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
dirt on it.
give us we're talking with John Wolford, BK, Wake Forest. Recently with the Rams, take us a peek inside this playbook. Tell me about the Rams. Is there a Rams vibe there with all, Cohen spending time there before Tampa, Gladstone coming from there? They've kind of trying to speak the Rams model into existence when it comes to the actual playbook itself. And then as an offshoot, and I know it's way too soon. You haven't spent a lot of time here, but if you could compare, say, Matthew Stafford and Trevor and their the similarities and maybe differences at this point as Trevor continues to grow. You got a homework assignment.
Yeah.
You want some more questions or 2 enough for one? Okay.
They're deep. Right. Yeah. No. Regarding the playbook, a lot of the same lineage. Liam was in LA with Sean. I was with Liam in LA too, and then Liam was also in Tampa, and I was with him in Tampa.
Okay. Good.
And so a lot of crossover. A lot of what the beauty about the playbook is that you're really trying to just get into good plays every time. You don't necessarily come to the line of scrimmage with just one play called every time. You have multiple play calls, and then you're trying to assess what the defense is, and then you want to make sure you're in the right play for the right defense, and that just leads to better probabilistic outcomes over the course of 60 plays, which leads to more yards and more points. Beyond that, I think you just got a good feel as a play caller when to call a screen, when to call a play action shot, how to get a quarterback in a rhythm, and he played in college, so I think there's just a little bit of an innate feel because of that. So those are 2 things just on that front that are probably worth earmarking. And then regarding Trevor and Matthew comparison, it's always hard to compare people.
Sure.
I don't love doing the comparison game, but I would say that they're both very, very intelligent. I've been extremely impressed with both Matthew and Trevor's intelligence. How quickly Trevor's picked up the playbook is pretty insane. Arm talent is is through the roof. And then they're just really good people. I have a lot of respect for how they handle themselves, how they work. Trevor now has a baby, but Matthew has 4, and they just I have a much respect for how these 2 individuals work. So I enjoy going to work every day, and I think there's a lot of similarities on those fronts.
A couple more questions with John Wolford. We'll let him run. Coach Cohen, Liam told us he would call his offense complicated. So you said you were surprised how fast Trevor picked up the playbook. Does that seem that way to you too? So you come to the line of scrimmage, you have options to change to, et cetera. Like, take us through a little bit of what a quarterback is thinking with Liam Cohen's offense.
Yeah. So maybe a simple example. You break the huddle. There's 2 play calls. One's great versus zone. One's great versus man.
Okay.
Everyone knows the 2 plays that are called in the huddle. It's this long call that's said. you get up to the line of scrimmage, and then, via a variety of different mechanisms, we're able to try and figure out if it's man or zone. And then you run the man play versus man and the zone play versus zone, right? And then if you just had, a lot of offenses, they just call one play and you go to the line of scrimmage. And they just have a play that's just kind of general purpose. And I think the end result is maybe you're trying to force something that doesn't have as high of a probability outcome of success. And so I just think you stack that over the course of a game. It's just more mental work for the quarterback.
Right.
But you just get more people schemed open, and I just think you just have more success. That's the kind of an example. If that makes sense.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. All right, so another preseason game. I guess we'll find out, and you'll find out what the plan is. Last week, you had a good week. Got it. Drove the team down. Got a touchdown. So where are you at with how you've been performing? Tell me about your training camp before we let you run.
Yeah. I think it's arguably the best training camp of my career. So I haven't turned the ball over once. The high completion percentage, made some plays down the field. So feel good about where I'm at. But as you know, this NFL not for long. So you just have to fly them up at 6:00.
Man, we're proud of you, man. Congratulations on all your success, and my best to your family, and continue getting after it, Johnny, and we'll talk to you soon, all right?
Thank you, John.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Dan.
All right, there he goes, Johnny Wolford.
The DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Joe C. from XLP, and I hope you will join us at the Hodges Ale House, corner of Hodges and Beach Boulevard, as we say farewell to our head coach, Dave Campo, Tuesday the 19th. Make sure you're there noon to 2 with XLP.
Upgrade her diamond ring this summer with no money down and 0 interest for 5 years. Don't miss this killer offer from Beard's Diamonds. 5 years, 0 interest financing till the year 2030. Not just on engagement rings, also on earrings, bracelets, bands, colored gemstone jewelry. Buy now and pay nothing down and spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest. So that $5,000 gift comes out to just $85 a month. Beard's Diamonds is Jacksonville's locally owned source for exquisite jewelry. We can do things the big corporate jewelers can only dream of, like lowering interest rates all the way down to 0. All GIA certified diamonds are included in this. Rounds, princess cuts, ovals, pear shapes, cushion cuts, emerald cuts. Whether you get a $5,000 diamond or a $50,000 diamond, you can spread your payments over 5 whole years. Get the Beard's Diamonds unbeatable price. Pay 0 down and spread your payments over 5 years. But hurry, this is a limited time offer that ends August 31st and will not be extended. Beard's Diamonds, St. John's Town Center. Shop local. Shop Beard's. On approved credit, some restrictions apply. See store for details.
What's happening, folks? It's your main man E.T. here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days and it's bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that's always coming through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late at night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Stick around after the sun sets, too. Twin Peaks is open really late, where you can wind down on some bourbon and some late night bites. So you can take care of your stomach and your eyes, if you know what I'm saying. Holla at my folks at Twin Peaks and tell them your boy E.T. sent you.
For over 55 years, Green Acres Sporting Goods has proudly served Jacksonville from the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard. From archery to hunting and fishing, they've got the gear, service, and know-how to get you outdoor ready. Stop by their full-service archery pro shop and check out their wide selection of firearms. And while you're there, sign up for their weekly concealed weapon classes. You can find it all at greenacresporting.com.
Hello. The Checkmate Coatings phone line has you covered from the floor up. From tough sports topics to strong surfaces, Checkmate Coatings is your floor's missing piece and your connection to the sports world on 1010XL.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Firehouse Subs has fries. Your hometown hero since '94 just cranked up the heat. Hot subs, crispy fries, golden, pillowy on the inside, and perfectly seasoned. Over 30 Jacksonville locations. Firehouse Subs, homegrown and now with fries.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, got a minute?
Always. What's on your mind?
This time of year, my air conditioner is running non-stop. Hot all day, hot all night. It has to run constantly just to keep up.
Well, that's what they do.
But if something happens to it in the middle of a 2-week heat wave, I'm in trouble, Jason. I can't wait 3 days or 2 days or even the next day for service. If you can't get someone here today, I'm sweating by tonight. What if it breaks, Jason?
You call me, pal. That's what we do. Bueller Air and Plumbing.
But you're probably swamped with calls from everyone else's AC that ran nonstop and then broke in a heat wave, so they called you because that's what you do.
But we always have room for an emergency. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we have techs standing by because we know these things happen.
So I don't need to worry. Wow. That time you calmed me down without even using the sunglasses.
Oh, I was reaching for them.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
News and notes.
Hey, it's time for some breaking news. This is hot off the presses. Breaking this morning. It's FSU recruiting news where... is that Isaiah Williams? Was he once a Florida? Did he go Florida to Ole Miss?
I think so.
I thought so too. But anyway, a four-star linebacker has flipped from Ole Miss to FSU this morning. Mm-hmm. I did see. I'm not up to date with specificities of all these recruiting classes. I saw the Knowles had a guy decommit in the last 24 hours. That happens around here. All these commitments. These guys come in. They're excited. You take that. You take that sure thing, and obviously you keep your options open. But yeah, Isaiah Williams, one of the top linebackers in the class, really.
Yeah.
Flips to FSU from Ole Miss.
We're closing in on college football even faster than we
next
have
week,
on.
next Saturday.
Yeah.
We got games next Saturday.
But I mean,
yeah. And real games in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For sure. Meanwhile, the NBA released its national TV sched yesterday. NBA's been in the news a little bit. The Celtics price of sale was outrageous, over $6 billion. They announced the Christmas Day schedule, which, as we pointed out, now belongs to the NFL. And then they went to, one of the many experts. This is a friend of the program here, former Wolfson basketball player, Udonis Haslem, played with the Gators, played with the Heat.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you this with exactitude because I'm a Hawks fan, and I watched the league pass. I know the league. I got the ticket.
Okay.
And I've seen Zachary Risachet play a bunch. It's not hard.
Yeah.
If you want to say Risacher, I guess, from the South. But
Risachet.
It's Risacher.
Risachet.
Risachet. It's
French.
And by the way, this might make more sense if it were August 2024 and he hadn't played. Mm-hmm. But Risachet was a first-team All-Rookie. I think he was third in Rookie of the Year voting. He had a very good year. Yet that name value not exactly sticking yet. Here's Udonis describing some of what Trae Young has to work with the Hawks.
Now you have everything you need. You go out and you go get Kennard, who's 44% from three. You make the trade for Porzingis. You got your young coin, Jalen Johnson, and Rosh Hashanah, however you say his name. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Zachary Rishashi. You have all these.
Wait a minute. Did he say Rosh Hashanah?
Yeah, he went Rosh Hashanah.
I'm
sorry. And then he went Rashashi or... I don't know. It's Risachet, bro.
I got to have that again. I need the Rosh Hashanah.
I mean, look, it's tough. I'm one to talk. I'm an old dittering man. I think one thing and say something else, but I mean, UD's in the A game of the brain power, man. I mean,
give that to me again, E.
Johnson and Rosh Hashanah, however you say his name. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Rishashi.
Rosh Hashanah is the Jewish New Year.
But then you can't go excuse me like, I got it now, Rishashi.
Rishashi.
Wait, one more time. Now listen to this.
Okay,
After he realizes he steps in it with the Jewish.
Okay. His name is again
Zachary Risache.
Zachary Risache.
That's right. Real Risache. That's
okay. And it's not
crazy spelled.
That's not DJ.
No.
Right? This is not one of those all-timers.
No,
Zachary
but
Risache. If you say it a couple times, you'll have it.
Well, especially, and if you're in the league and you're an evaluator, you should know all the guys' names.
Okay, so he's going to go from Zachary Risache to Rosh Hashanah to
but here's
Rishashi.
Here's what I love about this. This is one of ET. Remember, I gave you this advice if you ever play a charity event. If the camera's right there, like parallel with you, hit the ball. When you hit it, you just act like you hit it perfect.
You hit it good.
Act like you know what you're doing.
Pose.
What I love about UD here is after he goes Jewish holiday, he then says, "Excuse me," and then he very authoritatively says it like, quote, "It's supposed to be said," which is still miles away from how the guy's name.
Right.
Again, the guy's name is Risache. Here you go.
Come on, UD.
Right. No, I'm sorry. It's not Rosh Hashanah. Hold on.
My computer is just
locking up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, that's
Kennard, who's 44% from 3. You make the trade for Porzingis. You got your young coin, Jalen Johnson, and Rosh Hashanah, however you say his name. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Rishashi, Zachary Rishashi.
Yeah, I got. No, I'm sorry. It's Risashi. Zachary Risashi. I know it's Zachary. I got y'all. Risashi. No, it's not that one either. That's the funny part. I like it. Oh wait, no, excuse me. Wait, I got it here. Risashi.
Who's he on with? Because the boys are laughing pretty good.
That's the NBA Today, I think.
Looks like NBA TV, maybe.
Okay.
NBA Today. NBA Today.
Yeah, it's only Risashi.
They're joking, man. They're giggling on her. Your guy Isaiah Williams,
the linebacker. I'm pretty sure he was a Florida commit at one point.
Well, he committed to Louisville November of 23, decommitted January 24, committed to Syracuse in April of 24, decommitted in August. Committed to the Knowles in September of 24, decommitted in November, committed to the Gators in March of 25, flipped to Ole Miss in May, and now it's flipped to FSU in August.
Yeah.
So don't hold your breath,
that's
FSU.
fair. That is
you might
crazy.
get him, you might not. But this kid's got some recruiting issues.
That money keep getting higher and higher.
I don't know, man.
Might be.
I may take all those visits, get that palm greased a little bit, on the come.
6 different schools.
He's committed.
Well, 5 different schools, FSU
And when we
twice.
say committed, we're talking about like the whole Twitter release with the uniform on.
Yeah, God is great.
Yeah, there you
Blessed
go.
and honored.
9 o'clock nasty is next. It's a GFL Friday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I'm Austin Dillon, driver of the number 3 Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet.
But it's Austin Dillon who wins at Daytona.
And you're listening to 1010 XL Jack Sports Radio.
I'm Frank Frange with the Nimnik Nugget. It's only been one game. It was only one drive. But I thought Trevor Lawrence looked more comfortable in that offense than he's looked in a while. He was 6 out of 7 on the one possession, one bad throw. But I think he's taking to Liam Cohen's offense. There's a lot to do. It's only one game. There was stuff not to like about that game as well. But I think Trevor Lawrence, watching him every day at practice and in that game, looks as comfortable as I've seen him look in a long time. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here. Experience professional grade at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere else in Jacksonville. So shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com or at the showroom on Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, gang, Hicken here with a game changer. Look, I've tested the field. I got a winner. It's Checkmate Coatings. It's the new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. You know what coatings are? Coatings are what you do to your garage floor when it's just concrete and you put this coating on and all of a sudden you got a room with endless possibilities and you're like, heck to the yes, all right? Floor coatings are what you can do to your driveway. You can do it to your patio. You can do it to your pool deck. I would start with my garage. Better play, better results. Checkmate Coatings. Brendan's the owner. He's an unbelievable dude. Man, his dad was a chemist. He can talk coatings with you all day long. His true Jacksonville crew keeps prices low with no massive overhead. Slam dunk those floors of yours. CheckmateCoatings.com for all your info. CheckmateCoatings.com. They're Checkmate Coatings, gang. Your floor's missing piece.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 15, 2012, Felix Hernandez of the Mariners throws the 23rd perfect game in Major League Baseball history and the third perfecto of the season.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Since 1901, generations of skilled union workers have built the backbone of our community. Hospitals, schools, the buildings where you work. Every year, a new apprentice class of Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians is stepping up, trained, driven, and ready to do great things. They're not just building our city, they're building their future. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to become a member or contractor today.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowdine Associates. Hicken here. Dr. Bowdine and his expert team bring you the latest options: Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, traditional LASIK, tailored just for you. Gang, imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. Ready to see the difference? Call now or visit Bowdine.com for a free screening. They're Bowdine Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Baker Glass. Jag GM James Gladstone views preseason games as a testing ground.
We got to get tested. We got to be stressed. See how we face those stressful situations.
Friday night lights are on. The high school football scene shifts into overdrive this evening. Two featured matchups, Tocoy Creek versus Fletcher and Swanee at Bishop Kenny. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. The nasty time.
It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill. We're wasting time. Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
All right, it is 9:08 here on a Friday morning. It's the GFL Friday, live inside the DivorcemenOnly.com studios. Jaguars play football Sunday afternoon, so we'll wait and see what kind of playing time dispersal.
The NCAA and Michigan are discussing a press conference with the Michigan NCAA ruling coming up today
for Stallions
for the cheating. Yeah, I would suspect.
Did you watch the Netflix?
I tried. I didn't really get into it.
I put it on. I'm like you. I put it on for 5 minutes, and
it wasn't much. Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't.
It's pretty clear. This guy snuck in. Whether Michigan sent him,
yeah,
he went in and he helped them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. Isn't that pretty clear?
I don't know how much he helped them. I mean, I know you still got to execute, but yeah,
Yeah.
you would think it would help you, yes.
Yeah, and they knew it was there, and they used what he had. It seems pretty clear, but I don't know. We'll see.
And then part of me says, why is that so wrong?
Yeah. I mean, how about this?
If I figure it out, then it's advantage me.
I guess. I don't know why you wouldn't just send a guy in the stands with some binoculars. What's the difference?
Right.
I don't know why you.
Well, that's what he did, didn't he?
I thought he was
Always
on the sidelines and like team gear and stuff. That's what took it. That's what made it so weird. Yeah, that's what made it so weird. All right, from Michigan football to a Michigan man. This is what people would ask me last year, and I'm sure the question will come up again this year. There'll be more awareness. But people would ask me, what do you think of Tom Brady in the booth? And I would honestly say, I'll be watching a game and I won't realize that it is Tom Brady in the booth. Fox did not do a good enough job of promoting the fact that Tom Brady was in the booth.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay.
I didn't think he was terrible. I didn't think he was great. I'm reading a column here, though.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady's first season in the Fox booth was like facing a relentless pass rush with no protection and barely a second to throw. Brady talked about how fast the game was. Isn't it amazing that processing and talking about it was a lot harder for Brady than processing and making athletic plays? He literally had a harder time beating the play clock as an announcer and getting in what he needed to get in than he did as a quarterback and processing and getting the playoff that he needed to get off. Quote, I thought I was prepared because I'd done a lot of practice games, but there's absolutely nothing that I did that could have prepared me for what I was about to endure.
It's flying around.
Yeah, it's a lot like being an NFL quarterback. You think, I'm prepared, I got it, I practice. Then you go into the real game, the rookie year, and you're like, oh my God, it's a lot different. It's a lot faster. Fox signed him, zero broadcasting experience, a $375 million deal. Did he get if you could choose any person / player to be the color commentator in your broadcast booth, who would it be?
If I could choose anyone?
Yeah, just in general,
Me?
as a general rule, a businessman, not you, a businessman.
It would be Brady.
It would be Brady.
Yeah.
So this talk of, he got what he didn't deserve. He didn't earn his way in.
Yeah.
He earned his way in playing football at the level that he played it for all those years.
Yeah.
This is nothing new sliding him in. Now, a lot of times you would see, at least for a year or two, that second guy up there, Hick, helps you a little bit.
Right.
You got Fox and you got a guy who's done it, and then you got Brady also as kind of a third guy.
Most people like the Davis-Olsen pairing, like the hardcore football fan.
I was not a big Olsen guy. I mean, if we're going to sit here and quibble that they gave Greg Olsen's job to Tom Brady,
Who's your favorite analyst?
I don't really have one.
Well, if you had,
okay,
you got to pick one. Who's it going to be?
It's probably, I'd have to. It might be one of the Big Fours.
Okay.
I'm not huge on Romo. That shtick has grown a little tired for me. He seems underprepared, and Brady was fine. He was just very vanilla. I'd say, and I don't know if it's the expertise. He makes me comfortable. I guess probably Aikman.
Huh.
Aikman is just steady, and
E, do you have one? It's all opinion, it really doesn't matter. I mean,
no, I hear you
because I thought
you're watching
about
it no matter what.
And if I honestly answer, the guy that I enjoy the most probably is Romo.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't hate him.
Yeah. And I liked his shtick when he was calling the plays.
Yeah.
I guess they told him to stop it.
Yeah, maybe that's what I missed that.
Or maybe
I'm putting
I don't know.
it on him.
But I used to like that too.
I probably, and I like his passion. He gets excited about games. He's like, oh, man.
He gets into, they're all fine to me. It was interesting, though. Brady, you're a perfectionist like Brady. Don't think he doesn't know his flubs from the broadcast world. In week 1, he froze on a handoff and misnamed a receiver. Week 3, he flubbed a simple explanation of a blitz, leaving casual viewers scratching their heads. Over preparation, his trademark from the playing days, was a liability early on. Tom brought 250 flashcards for one game, Fox Rules analyst Mike Pereira joked. Brady brings a one-of-one perspective as a 7-time Super Bowl champ, quickly realized that delivering every nuance of football in real time risks losing the audience. So we talked about this with Joel Klatt. We talked about some of the other. But there's no part of me that thinks that, why does Tom Brady get that job? There's no part of me that says, Olsen shouldn't have lost it. There's none of that.
Okay.
Like I said, if you're a business person right now, and you could put anybody in the world as your lead golf analyst, who would it be?
Yeah, it'd be Brady.
No, golf, I'm saying.
Oh, golf?
Yes.
Tiger.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You put the GOAT in there.
Yeah.
Even today, right now, today, if you could put a color analyst in the NBA Finals, you know who it would be?
Jordan. He's actually going to NBC. I don't know what he's going to do.
I hope he gives us some of that. And so, I think here's what I would expect.
He's one. Those are the guys that people will go check out.
That's
least.
right.
Yeah.
And most of them, by the way, end up being pretty good.
There's been some. Joe Montana was terrible.
Yeah.
Emmett was terrible.
Emmett was never in the booth, though, was he?
No.
No, he was on some.
Regardless, I mean, it's a guy that you're gonna.
You know who would be great at it?
Great of the greats.
It's Manning. Peyton would be awesome at it.
Yeah,
and they kind of do it with the Manning cast.
I tell you, who would have been great at it in golf is Mickelson.
Yeah, you can never do it now. Not on PGA.
I doubt it. They won't have him.
Yeah, no. Everything except the doubt it part. All right, are we opening the mailbag today? Is that what happened?
Did I tell you, by the way, is before we go to break, that who's the guy who shot 100 at Slammer and the Squire?
Oh, you said
is that Goddard?
No, yeah, it was Goddard. You said
that's confirmed.
Yeah, I still don't believe it.
He admitted it.
I still don't believe it.
Well, he was asked about it and he confirmed it.
I just don't know.
He said he was fat too. That just didn't help.
100 though, dude. I could go out to the Slammer and Squire like at 3 a.m. and break 100.
Yeah. Well,
that's crazy, man. There you go. All your golfers out there.
Maybe you haven't achieved enough in your golf career.
I'm old and broken. This is the drill. We'll come back with the mailbag next.
Leave me alone.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. How does number 9 feel about number 16?
All right, here we go.
Find out when David Garrard joins Mike and Fat Tony Mondays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hickey here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Man, I love Beaches Dermatology. Nobody takes better care of your skin than those folks, and that's Doctors Boudreaux, Metz, Dr. Fader. By the way, went over there last week, got a hydrofacial. Terrific, man. What are you doing? Take care of the misses in your life, man. What a gift that would be. Or go get one yourself. You'll be glad you did, man. It's like a massage of the face. It's terrific. Cleans it all up, man. Opens up those pores. It's beautiful. Anyway, bottom line is this. Protect your skin in the summertime. Sunshine, man. Floppy hats, long sleeve dry fits, sunscreen, man. You don't want to be out there burning up. And if something does show up on your skin, you don't want to mess around with that. Go get it checked out. Best thing to do, go online, beachesdermatology.com. 3 locations to serve you up at Fernandina, Atlantic Beach. You got to go to the one off Solano Road. They're all there for you. Beachesdermatology.com for all your skincare needs.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Get tips from PGA pros on Brunch with the Tour with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser. Tuesday morning at 8:30. Teed up by Clearwater Irrigation and Apex Roofing and Contracting. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A on 1010XL.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. How would you describe the typical engagement ring customer that comes in your store?
Frank, at Underwoods, we often see customers who've shopped around and are totally confused about how to select a diamond. Now, they're looking for somebody qualified who'll tell them the truth and they can trust. They've heard about certification on diamonds, wholesale diamonds, internet diamonds, deals that a friend of a friend can get them, and the prices will range from unbelievably low to unbelievably high. One of the reasons for the confusion is if you look at the factors of grading a diamond, after you know the carat weight, there are 11 grades for cut, 21 grades for color, 11 grades for clarity, So you got 2,541 different possibilities, each with a different price. That's where Underwood's helped straighten out the confusion, because we have the American Gem Society credentialed professionals that'll guide a customer the right diamond for them, one she'll be happy with for the rest of her life.
Underwood's, where customers are served with quality and respect. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
All right, we interrupt today's radio program for this halftime trivia. What's hiding in your air ducts right now? A, dust and allergens. B, mold spores. C, last season's popcorn. Or D, all of the above. If you guessed D, that's right. There's popcorn in there. If you guessed D, it's all of the above. So call Lloyd's Heating and Air for a new system. Get 50% off duct cleaning. Residential and commercial, by the way. Family owned, trusted by North Florida. Dial Lloyd's Heating and Air or visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I'm in the mood to dish out advice. Lots of letters.
Listen, we're doing our best. You know, we started as a bit. And y'all got issues out there. We try and come with some good, clean advice for you. Sometimes it's easier to take. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes, quite frankly, if you look like an idiot, then he may call you an idiot. But we're going to do the best we can.
By the way, Dear Drill is brought to you by our friends at Oceanside Cleaners. That's Michael P. Harris and his family. They've been with Oceanside. They built Oceanside Cleaners from the ground up. When you're doing something that long, it means you know what you're doing. It means stability. It means success. They know how to clean. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. They got a couple locations to serve you. Jacksonville off Southside Boulevard and Ponte Vedra. It's Oceanside Cleaners. We don't just clean, we care. They pick up delivery. They'll do it all. Just call them. They make it so easy. They text you. They let you know. You don't have to deal with any. They got kiosks. You can drop things off. It's unbelievable.
All right. Before we get started, open the letter bag. We had a request for a birthday shout out for a 1-year-old Guggen. Guggen in Bloom. This is a cart seatigan.
Okay.
A car seatigan.
Yes.
We got back seatigans.
Yeah.
This is a car seatigan
Yeah.
that early. So shout out to little Brim Matthew turning
Shout out,
1
Brim!
today.
Shout out, Brim.
There you go.
HBD, Brim.
Sure. We expected about 15 years for you to really be saying, Dad, again. We have to listen again.
Dad, they're old now.
Anyway, I saw that. They asked for a shout out earlier, and I didn't see it.
All right, happy birthday,
There
Brim.
you go.
Brim.
Better late than never.
HBD.
All right, let's get people right.
Yeah, I need some. Thank you. This comes from the west side. I'm going to let E take the lead on this one.
Okay.
I think you'll know why. Dear Drill, my husband is going to be 70 next month. He's in good physical shape, but is taking up smoking marijuana every day.
Okay, all right. Let's go.
70? Decided to give it a try.
He says he's addicted. I have told him how much I hate that he uses dope. He quit for a while, then goes back to it. We've been married for almost 50 years. I'd be disappointed filing for divorce, but I'm starting to think it's my only way out of a situation that has become increasingly frustrating. His doctor has told him it probably won't kill him. Seriously, what's your advice, Drill? My husband's a pothead. I'm going to let you handle that one first.
All right, this is easy. Mama girl, you should, when you see your 70-year-old husband go outside on that balcony at night, and he have his lighter with him and his medication, perhaps you should probably just partake in the medication first and then make a clear judgment.
Okay.
If I had to, I will say that. Look, there's a big generation gap here. You're a 70-year-old woman. I mean, you grew up on the cusp of reefer madness. They try to tell you marijuana was like meth. I'm not kidding. Cocaine. You know, and then you learn after all that. Oh, hold on now.
Reefer
you mean it's basically
madness.
Yes. It's basically so you're telling me it's like having a glass of wine and smoking a cigar at the same time. That's what it is, right? So there's probably some disconnect here from. So without the chance to ask her a question.
Yeah.
I would say, well, ma'am, do you enjoy a cocktail every now and then? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think we gotta kind of and by the way, generations younger than us have long ago already done this. You're behind the curve in the like the caustic way of like looking at marijuana. That's a joke in today's day and age. It's no different, like I said, than
You'll be surprised how many
tug on a dart and have a six pack. Same deal.
You'll be surprised how many 70-year-olds go in and out of them dispensaries.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Listen, man, I mean, ideally you want everyone on the road sober, but I got to be honest. If you give me a guy who just smoked or a guy that's got 4 cocktails in him, I'll take the guy that just smoked all day long.
All right, we got another one. Dear Drill, my son is engaged to a girl we all love.
Okay.
But recently there's been an issue. My husband was at their house while my son's fiance was finishing up getting ready for their date night.
Okay.
Live about 10 minutes away, and my husband has been there often since his retirement. This is not the pot smoker, by the way.
Yeah, right. I got you.
Okay. When she was done getting ready, she came downstairs, told my husband they were leaving, and ordered my son to follow her to the car. My son said nothing at the time. This upset my husband greatly because he values his time with our son, our only child. Later on, my husband and I spoke with her saying, hey, we didn't appreciate your attitude. She countered by saying they had a reservation, and my husband rambles and is oblivious to the concept that other people don't always have time to engage with him. She then brought up several instances in which my husband made my son late for something. When we asked our son, we were shocked to find out he agreed with her. He said he didn't want to bring it up himself because he was uncomfortable. My husband does like to talk, but it hardly seems an issue. Drill folks, I'm worried. I find her behavior grossly inconsiderate. I don't want my son marrying some bossy woman who will order him around and refuse to see our side. She said she'll speak with us about this further only if we have to see a counselor to discuss all our issues. I didn't know we have issues. My son has never said anything before, but when we asked, he said he agreed with her. What do we do?
Dude, E, give me the special K stamp over there.
Oh, no.
We got a big special K stamp, K for Karen.
Oh, no.
This is the most Listen, lady, if you want to have any chance at all to be a grandmother, to be a mother-in-law, that you don't pull your hair out and gouge your eyes seeing her coming, you got a lot of personality flaws here. A lot of them. You two are way out of line. So either go back to work and get a life, or you're going to risk not really alienating your son. And you know what? I can see what his wife did. She bit her tongue time after time. Did a little bit of passive aggressiveness come out there, yeah. But y'all, you and your husband, 100% at fault. You need to apologize. You need to be more socially aware, and things can go fine.
Yeah.
This is a 100% special K, Karen. I only hope that you have the ability to understand how unbelievably, obnoxiously entitled and gross that letter you just wrote to us is. That letter is gross.
E?
Well, Karen and her husband, they need to hop in that Honda Odyssey of theirs, drive over to the west side, find Grandpa on the balcony, and partake. they need to find Grandpa on the west side and partake.
Relax a little bit?
Relax a little bit.
Fair enough.
That is another suggestion that he could give.
Do I have time for one more?
All right, one more. I mean, listen, I think these first two have been pretty clear cut, man.
Yeah.
And we got the elderly coming at us.
Yeah,
I mean, the idea is here to kind of, steer maybe the younger.
Hopefully they take our advice.
All right.
Dear Drill.
It's coming from
my husband's best friend, we'll call him Herb.
Okay, Herb.
Herb
is a pothead.
He's a pothead.
And he always talks, and I can never leave.
He's getting married for the third time.
Okay.
He's planning the wedding and suggesting the attendees pay for their meals. I told my husband that Herb is setting himself up for failure again. Not to mention he's having his fiancée sign a prenup as he did with his other two wives. I'm beside myself just thinking about it. Attendees have expenses too. And what will his fiancée think when people send their regrets or don't bring a gift? I'm ready to override my husband's suggestion not to educate this man on wedding etiquette. Otherwise, Herb's a great guy. Very nice, well-mannered. I know for a fact, though, that his cheapness destroyed his second marriage and a subsequent relationship. Both women complained profusely to me about it before storming out. Should I tell Herb he's El Cheapo?
You have one decision to make here, ma'am. With all due respect, you have one decision to make. Are you gonna pay the tab and go to the wedding, or are you not? And that's where your role ends. Herb's got a mama.
Yeah.
Herb's probably got other friends.
Okay.
This is Herb's third wedding. I don't think he's not doing this out of etiquette. And if Herb's cheap, Herb's cheap. But it's unless you want to just add one more thing about Herb you don't like, the fact you got into a raging fight with him at the rehearsal dinner, which you had to pay for, by the way.
Yeah, like Jeff said, Herb ain't doing this out of etiquette. This is within Herb's moral core values. You just let him spit on himself, man. Let him, don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
Let Herb do his thing.
That's Dear Drill for you.
Well, I hope that helps. I mean, we need some,
real quick,
lighten up a little bit.
I was looking at the Christmas Day schedule. Certainly not rooting for it, but Cavs and the Knicks start things off at noon, but then you got Dallas at Washington at 1. Which are you going to?
Oh, you're talking about football.
I got Cavs, Knicks at noon, then I got Dallas at Washington.
Well, literally,
at 2:30,
hardcore Cavs Knicks fan will be watching that game. No general sports fan chooses that over the NFL.
2:30, am I going to go to the Spurs Oklahoma City Thunder, or am I going to wait for the Lions and the Vikings at 4:30?
Sheesh. Who? That's a good game.
I go Cowboys, Commanders, Lions, Vikings. Then I got Mavs, Golden State. I got Rockets, Lakers, but then I got Broncos, Chiefs at 8:15.
Well, the real Rockets, Lakers there with KD and LeBron. That's going to be the you're going to compare that to the primetime game, I guess. Those will both be 8:00 games. The NFL. You say Broncos, Chiefs.
Broncos, Chiefs is 8:15.
Yeah.
Rockets, Lakers 8:00.
Patrick Mahomes against LeBron James.
Yeah, they're going to stick this one to LeBron.
Yeah,
because LeBron made that comment last year.
He did.
What did he say?
He said, "Get
Christmas
off
is ours."
Yeah, get off our day. So they're going to stick it to him. And they're going to have Mahomes. If I was the NFL, I would do something with Mahomes, and then afterwards I get him to talk about the ratings of Mahomes versus LeBron, just for the heck of it.
What were the ratings last year?
Well, they
blew him out.
They killed him.
I know. I just wanted to know. I was on the ship, so I wasn't around for the ratings. We were on a cruise. I was watching both.
Yeah.
Let's see. And by the way, it's also fair to point out that they were doing it on Netflix, where you got to have a subscription to watch.
Yeah.
The NBA. Okay, here we go. The Netflix games averaged 24 million. NBA got 5.25 million, which somehow, even with the NFL on the schedule, was an 84% increase from the year before.
Oh, there you go.
How is that possible?
We'll take a break. Keep it rolling right here on a Football Friday on The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, or Beaver Mitsubishi in St. Augustine. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
Picking here for the Cleaning Freaks of Zero Res. Man, oh man, kids are back to school. Football's upon us. Good things are happening. Summer's coming to a close. Great time to get the house nice and tidy heading into the fall, right? And man, whatever the floor you have, carpets, tile, hardwood rugs, upholstery, air ducts, every surface in your home can be zero resified. It's time to call the cleaning pros at Zero Res. What I'm trying to tell you. And if you haven't tried out Zero Res or it's been months since your last deep clean, man, right now, get that house of yours zero resified. Gets 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $135. Plus, they'll throw in a free hallway and take $100 off your air duct cleaning. Schedule your appointment. All you got to do is go to ZeroResJacksonville.com, ZeroResJacksonville.com, or call them, 287-5727, 287-5727, and ask for the 1010 special. Zero Res, man. You spell it backwards or forwards. Zero Res. It spells the same.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Go to WM.com/Duval.
Looking for your new favorite hangout this football season? Try Voodoo Brewing Company in the heart of San Marco. Locally owned and community focused, Voodoo Brewing serves up award-winning beers, scratch-made upscale pub fare, and laid-back vibes where everyone's welcome. For live music, trivia nights, and all the football action this season, make Voodoo Brewing Company Jacksonville your new favorite spot on San Marco Square.
Whether your AC needs a quick fix, a full replacement, or just a little TLC, Duck Air Conditioning has got you covered with fast and honest service. Call 904-862-6769 to get your cool back, or online at duckduckac.com.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Pick it here with a game winner. It's Checkmate Coatings. I've scouted them all. And this Jacksonville crew's the real deal.
I'm Brendan, owner of Checkmate Coatings. We transform pool decks, driveways, and patios with pro precision.
Score big at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialist for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialist take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, cooling down on training camp. Officially closed after yesterday's scrimmage. The preseason continues this Sunday. The Jaguars play it's a game that'll get that, biological clock ready. Get their biorhythms right. A 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon kick. That's where the Jags play most of their games in history. 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoons. But with the game coming up this Sunday, I'll be kind of on the lookout the next couple of days, get an idea for what the playing time plan is. And as I sit here and talk about the 1 o'clock kickoff, and now it's flashing into my brain that I got a little grandson getting baptized this Sunday. I think it's after the service. I think it might be about 1 o'clock. I have to look at that a little bit.
Hey, question for y'all. Yeah. Are y'all concerned? Have y'all been hearing about the amount of drop passes BTJ has been having? Does that concern y'all any?
It does me, but I don't want to make a big deal out of it just because, good gracious, if BTJ isn't a superstar, then we're really in.
Struggles continue.
What's my favorite TV show?
of Schitt's Creek.
Thank you.
Why did you look? What's wrong with you?
It's a TV show.
Yeah, he just, the guy was the whole world. That was like, that's like the Roadrunner to Wile E. Coyote. Hello, Wile E. He just ran right into the boulder.
It's a TV show.
Set you up.
Yeah.
The second time you said it's a TV show didn't sound near as confident as the first.
Yeah.
Just saying. All right.
Yes, if he's not a star, that's where we will be for sure.
But, and again, the easy explanation is they didn't have a great camp last year when the lights go on. I'll tell you another thing, too. Did he get most of his grabs from Mac?
Yeah, I know.
McCorkle?
Yeah.
He did.
So, I don't know, again, and I'm sure, he's also earned the let's let it play out.
For sure. And by the way, it's in no way at all would I ever think that any numbers he got with Mac, he wouldn't have got and plus with Trevor. So, to try and use those types of things. To accurately, I think they started throwing to him. Remember, they wouldn't throw to him. Like game plan
Which was crazy.
And either Trevor's choosing not to, which I don't know if he had that authority last year, but I can remember like after the Philly game, with him halfway into the season, asking the coaches, why isn't he being targeted more? Why isn't he being targeted more? And then it was like they finally listened. They opened it up and just threw to him 6, 8, 10 times a game, and the numbers came along with it. I'm with you. I am not going to worry about my number one receiver in drops until it happens on Sundays. I don't remember many drops from him last year.
Me neither.
No.
I'm sure he had a couple. They all do, but they've been sloppy, man. Some of the same curses that every staff has dealt with here, the new staff is dealing with. They're just discombobulation of penalties.
Well, you don't want that to continue. You got to clean that up because you do not want to get out there. Listen, we did this last weekend. We don't want to get out there Sunday opener against Carolina and have 12 men on the field or have offsides on the first play or have a 3rd and 1 turn into a 3rd and 6. We don't.
That's right.
Or have a 40-yard play called back. No.
So far, the things that have been so sketch last year, the worst of the worst, have shown their head here in this last week.
Right.
Penalties.
Right.
Drops. And a defense that looks like Swiss cheese. And we've seen our first team defense for a possession, and they look like they got possessed all right by the spirit of the 1976 Tampa Bay Bucks. It couldn't have stopped. It didn't look like they would have stopped us. Mm-hmm. So, you want to see those things improve. Mm-hmm. Like those things are so important that the battle for the running back job seems like a luxury story to follow. One of those guys is going to be okay.
Right.
They're not terrible. That's not a terrible. We wonder who the starter's going to be. It's not the worst position on the team by a mile.
For sure.
And that defense and the penalties and the drops and the O-line and the discombobulation's got to go away.
It does. And yet, I'm not...
No,
I don't know. We'll wait.
I'm trying to get sucked into the vortex. Like I said, the priest just taking all these things we're seeing. Here's another thing, too, that we don't see. Mm-hmm. During the regular season, when these missteps happen week 9 of the regular season, there are practices that are sharper than others. Mm-hmm. We're just not there to watch and report on it. This is the last thing I'll say about training camp reports.
Okay.
And see if this makes sense to y'all. Mm-hmm. If it were the middle of November on a Wednesday and you went down to Jag camp and you said, Brian Thomas Jr. dropped 2 balls today in practice, it would seem ridiculous, wouldn't it? Because they have 8 games in front of them. We know what they are. And so we lose sight of that a little bit. If we saw every wart for not just the Jaguars, there are plays during the season in Kansas City that you would think the Saints were running. The problem is, how often do you run them? And we've just seen way too many self-inflicted errors.
A PGA Tour spokesperson has confirmed that Bryson DeChambeau is not eligible for PGA Tour competition, which we sort of know. But there is reports the entire U.S. Ryder Cup team is going to play in the Napa tournament before the Ryder Cup because there's a long layoff between...
To build camaraderie?
And to stay sharp. Like Scheffler said the other day, he was going to go play in it.
Oh, it's an actual PGA Tour event.
It's a PGA Tour event. Normally they wouldn't play in this event. So it's a big winner for them.
All right. So they're
but DeChambeau, who will be on the Ryder Cup team, no, you can't play because you're not.
Well, it makes sense.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But
DeChambeau he'll go play across the street with his YouTube camera, and more people will watch that than the PGA Tour event that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The facts. Bryson DeChambeau if he put out a video of him playing Pumpkin Ridge, trying to break this or that or the other, more millions will tune into his YouTube video than will watch the PGA Tour on NBC that weekend,
right,
or whatever it is. So I don't think he'll be too disappointed about it. We had was Koepka the only live guy last time? Or was DeChambeau on that team also?
Was he?
I kind of feel like he was.
I think so, too.
That is totally understandable, though, that the PGA Tour, just because you're on the Ryder Cup, we're not going to now allow you to play that.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
You can't.
We probably need to get to a point where, there's an X amount of tournaments that they can all play together, just like they do the majors, and then there's X amount on each side that you only play.
It was Burns, JT, Morikawa, Spieth, Koepka, Schauffele, Homa, Harmon, Clark, Scheffler, and Zach was the team captain.
I guess they were saying DeChambeau should have been on there, and he wasn't. Because he had won a major, hadn't he, in 2020?
2023.
This is when this was, so yeah. And he'd been good. I mean, I remember the live guys being a storyline in those first few majors. Koepka won one. They were in the top 3 or 5 a couple times.
Let's grab a break. We'll make the turn for home next, right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
As a law enforcement officer, safe roads are one of my top priorities, ensuring everyone can get home safely each day. Some never will, due to aggressive driving, being distracted, or speeding on the roads. And too often, that results in the toughest part of my job and the longest walk in my life. I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
9 people will be killed on our Florida roadways today. Don't let it be you or a person you love. Buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
There's certain places if you go in, they got what you're looking for, like Gate Convenience Stores and Cold Modelo's. That's the ticket. Or get on the craft side of things with something from Bold City or Sweetwater. Hit the cooler at Gate. Full of choices and all of them good.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney. I'm not. But listen, it's time to do that will. Get it done. Get it out of the way. Take care of it. Why? You work hard for your money, man. You should be able to decide where your money goes if something should happen to you. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes. And Matt Hinson's your guy. He's been doing it for a long time. He knows how to do it. He's going to help you with your decisions. He'll provide you information needed. So choices are easy. It's the Hinson Law Firm. You got questions, reach out to Maddie, 527-1700, 904-527-1700. The offices are in Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Leonard Skinner is coming home, and they're bringing the Stars and Stripes. Celebrate Southern rock and American pride with Leonard Skinner Rocks the Red, White, and Blue. It's a special night to support St. Michael's soldiers and the brave men and women of our armed forces.
Singing songs about Southland.
Saturday, November 8th at Daly's Place. Tickets on sale now, only at Ticketmaster. Daly'sPlace.com for details. Be there when Skinner rocks for those who serve.
E to the T here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find the scratch kitchen that comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Come on, somebody.
Rotator cuff injuries are common among athletes and those who have physically demanding careers. Don't let this injury keep you away from the sport you love. Dr. George Barry here, and the first thing you need to do with a serious shoulder injury is to diagnose where the damage is and how significant it is. Rotator cuff tears are either acute tears sustained during an injury or accident, or degenerative tears. If you're interested in learning more about rotator cuff repair and how our expert team of orthopedic surgeons can help you, call Barry Orthopedics today or visit barryorthopedics.com.
I know you love sports, so why not take that passion and make a difference in your community as a volunteer coach with the YMCA? Whether it's soccer, basketball, volleyball, or flag football, the Y is always looking for positive role models to help kids grow in both skills and character. Even if you've got no coaching experience, that's fine. We'll provide the training. Step up, give back, and be the coach that makes a difference. To volunteer, visit your local Y or fcymca.org.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Making the turn for home. This is the drill. Frank the Tank says Lindor's Mr. Happy. Soto's just cashing a check. Alonzo's too much of a fun-loving frat boy goof. Nimmo thinks every loss is a blessing from God. McNeil would rather be playing golf. Betty's just hoping he don't go back to AAA. Mauricio's too green. Vientos last year's a fluke. Mullins is a rental. Marte's about to retire. No heart, no guts. This is why Lindor was not made captain. He'd be the one to do it, but he's been absent. Winker has the attitude, but he's gone. Nobody's stepping up to take the charge and challenge the bleeping
Listen,
team.
often, Frank is just a goofball, and he's too hard. He's most of the time too hard on what he's talking about. Oh, the Mets could be 90 and 68, and he'd be crapping on him sometimes. That's just how he is. But in this case, I don't know about the descriptions of all your guys. I don't watch enough. But yeah, this is beyond frustrating for a fan. This is when you take the gloves off. When you get crappy little teams that don't have any of their personnel or they're missing much. The Braves didn't have any of their pitchers or Acuna. You can't lose 2 out of 3 in that.
I really like the Hells Bells rocking through Citi Field, and our guy strides out there, walks a guy, gives up 2 doubles, and loses the game.
Yeah,
that's what I like. That always makes me happy.
Was that the underhander guy?
No, that's Helsley.
Okay.
The kid from the Cards throws 1-0.
Oh, he does the Hells Bells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The underhanded guy gave up an inherited run, and then this winning bullpen that David Stearns, who were 2-13 in our last 15 since the deadline. That's nice.
I didn't realize that Albies was the Met killer.
He was last night.
He's got more RBIs against the Mets than any team. That surprised me. I don't remember that being a. And Michael Harris Jr.'s got multiple hits, like 7 games in a row. Like, where were you, bro? I tell you what, whoever the new manager is for the Braves, I'd make everyone come 3 weeks early for spring training. The way these jokers came out completely flat and behind the 8 ball, like they've ever accomplished anything, was weak.
Yeah.
So, and even this season's going to end, Dan. And all these big stuff. Albies has 10 homers. There's 40 games left.
Yeah.
Olsen's not to 20 yet.
Yeah.
Austin Riley, I don't think has 20 yet. Come on, dudes.
Oof.
We'll see.
I
have here from ESPN a prediction for the entire bowl schedule. And so by looking at that, we can get an idea on maybe what they think, or how they think some seasons are going to go.
At first, I thought you said bowls, like bowls.
Oh no, yeah. All right, let's go first to the playoff picks.
Okay.
They've got Boise. There's a couple different guys here doing it. Georgia is a 5 in 1. Then Schleybaugh does not have Georgia in. Oh, wait, that's the first round. Maybe he has them a little bit higher. Oregon, Texas is a 1 seed. Clemson 2. Yeah, Georgia's in. Penn State, Alabama, Notre Dame, Ohio State. It's pretty much Miami gets in as an 11 and 1 and 9 is so they both have Miami getting in. LSU from the SEC, Georgia from the SEC, Alabama from the SEC, and Texas. So there would be 4. It's what it feels like. I told you I visited with Keith Catlin when I went down there the other day. I think he had a pretty good point, Hick. These teams, you ready? LSU, Texas A&M, South Carolina, Florida, Ole Miss.
Yeah.
One of those 5 is going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
One of those 5.
Yeah.
And probably the 3 others if they hold serve. Maybe 2 of those 5 if one of the other quote unquote big 3 this year, Bama, Georgia, Texas, don't show out that way.
Schleybaugh has FSU in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl against Colorado. That'd be fun.
Okay.
Taking on Dion. Liberty Bowl for the other guy, Kansas, Florida. And Mayo Bowl so neither of them think highly of the Gators.
Well, or at least the schedule. They've got them. That looks like 5 lost destinations, both of those. I may have to quit college football if they go to the Mayo Bowl, Hick.
Yeah, you and
I ain't messing with the Mayo Bowl.
Yeah, I won't even watch.
E.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Hello, Mike.
Hi. How are you?
Football Friday. Got ball coming up on Sunday.
Football Friday, baby. Let's go.
Talking Jags today here, coming up momentarily. What's our topic?
Jags will be on the practice field while we're on the air, so try to keep track of that a little bit. But Tommy McManus in, and it's not a Keys to Victory Friday. It's the preseason, but it's a storylines to watch kind of thing. And how is anything any bigger than just not making mental mistakes for this team?
Right.
I guess that's where we're at right now.
What a ridiculous mess.
Yeah.
Honestly, I get it. Your record in the preseason indicates nothing, but it's how you play and how you practice. They seem like they need more than 3 weeks to be ready for the season.
I grew up in Miami, and Shula was the coach. There was 2 veins of thought as to why Miami was the least penalized team every year. Either A, he did something right during camp and practices to offset, or B, he was on the rules committee, so they didn't like to call penalties on him. I don't know which it was, but I've always wondered why certain teams get penalized and certain teams don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
As a coach, I'm sure every coach tries to instill discipline.
Right.
And I'm sure last year's coaching staff was like, guys, come on. This is getting ridiculous, And after a certain point, it's like Liam Cohen said, the players have to correct this. He's not the one out there false starting. There's some of the stuff is just dumb. You're going to make aggressive penalties sometimes, but the Jags are shooting themselves in the foot before they even get started half the time, it feels like.
All right, well, have a great show.
Hope so.
Yeah. Mike and Tony getting ready on Football Friday.
Yeah.
Our work is done.
Sure. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you on Monday.
Time to swerve.
Swerve right. Swerve left. Swerve right. I swerve left. Swerve right.
More horsepower under the hood.
Down the backstretch.
Saturday at Richmond.
It's going to be a drag race all the way back to the start-finish line.
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters local